Oh boy. I think we're back. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are back. We are definitely back. Hold up, I got some moving to do. Okay, let's get this out of here. Oh, I shrunk. Oh gosh, I shrunk. Davis, are you there?
Go.
We are so back. Oh, is my numlock on? Okay, there you go. Okay.
We're not late, you're late.
I didn't get stuck in traffic. You got stuck in traffic.
There's a little bit of congestion upstream.
That's how it goes around these parts. Hold up. Test message. Yup. There you go. Okay, we got the test message. Okay, things are going down. This is very epic music that we're getting started to. Okay.
Jesus, is it pretty epic?
Yes. So, I've been informed by our frog overlord superiors that I should definitely not be running a stream without alert boxes. I've actually had a stream box installed, like a stream alerts system installed on this computer, and I just figured nobody was sending me alerts, like nobody was subbing on Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. Apparently not. Apparently my stream alert box has just been broken for the last like 4 streams.
Oh yeah, we do stream title too.
Yeah, we do need a new stream title.
So
and
what are
so,
we working on today?
Yeah, okay. So we are working on a bunch of stuff today. We're gonna be working on the game. We're probably gonna chill, hang out as well, but we can't really continue until we get this fixed. So we're gonna go sit down, okay, and we're gonna figure out this whole stream elements thing, which has been a big pain in my butt. Because I swear I've gotten it working, but I've been gaslit into believing otherwise. So here's what's gonna happen. Me thinks that we already have our YouTube channel set up properly, because it does say that I'm live on there. I'm not sure how we can test that. Davis, do we have a hold up.
I have another account I can just log in on and see like.
I'm gonna subscribe to Final Croak. I'm gonna unsubscribe from Final Croak and resubscribe from Final Croak.
I was about to say I don't think that's gonna work because I've done that before when I was younger and not knowing what I was doing.
Okay, I'm gonna subscribe on YouTube.
We'll see.
Did that work? Nothing. Absolutely
no.
nothing. Integrations. Okay. Definitely something bad happened.
Actually, now I think that there should be like a test button in Stream Elements.
Subscriber event. Yeah, we do have a thing for that.
Hey!
Yeah, but this is a test. We can't get it to naturally happen. Because if we got like this...
Then the viewers are subscribing. Yeah.
But that's no good. It's not connected.
If that's working, yeah, we don't know how to connect it, though.
Session data. Why is it broken? Clearly the connection between stream elements is not working. Maybe because I need like... What was it called? Ground control? Oh no. I'm meandering and installing random things on my computer. I'm sure this will have no consequence to the betterment of my computer's state of mind.
Alright, I'm getting a paid actor in this.
You're getting a paid actor? Are we getting botted?
No, it's my friend.
Okay, I am not a fan of whatever this is. We're gonna try our best to connect to both channels at the same time, and we're just gonna see what happens. Grant access.
I'm trying to get somebody that isn't subscribed to us, that I know isn't subscribed to us right now. To test it. Yeah.
Okay,
That is something?
Oh. Okay. Well, no, I don't want a sponsorship. I don't want a sponsorship. No! I'm about to disintegrate into nothingness.
Reduced to atoms.
Okay. I have something now. Got no clue. Okay, so what counts as an like an overlay trigger? Like what? How do I know if it's working?
Stream Elements has buttons to test if it's working, but to know if it's working when someone actually does it, we have to actually have someone else come do it. It's weird. It's weird how that works.
Oh god!
What?
Everything fell.
Oh no!
Oh, it's all falling apart now.
No!
Oh, all my frogs are all spilled over everywhere.
No!
Oh, the humanity. Get my music back.
Humanity. What's wrong?
There you go. Give me my music back. Give me the friggin' music. There you go. Okay. What the hell? Okay, great. Just about everything is tweaking now. Okay, I honestly can't make heads or tails of this, I will admit. I will save in the vain hopes that it will work. Oh wait, I can try to subscribe to the channel again. Hold up.
Wait, hang on. I'm not subscribed on my business account. I think I can see if that works.
There's more places to subscribe. Okay. Boom. That work? Okay, whatever it is, it's not working. Maybe if I subscribe on this account while I'm watching the stream? No, it's not working at all. Okay, Amelia's put something in the background that we can just have something running on the screen while we're figuring this out. Oh, I see the follow.
Okay, so you have it set to Twitch then.
Well, I can't have both. Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Twitch, hello, Nora. We are trying to adjust our stream settings.
Oh. Why is configuring this so difficult?
Damn it, our paid actor had already subscribed to us.
All of our actors are paid. Okay, maybe there's like something I'm missing here. Hold up. Yeah, I think we need to have a stream overlay set up for both.
Interesting. So I'm on my business account now. If I subscribe, does that do anything?
That-
Also, apparently our music,
Oh,
our
oh!
music is a little loud.
It caught up.
Okay.
We have one of our paid actors subscribed to the channel.
Fuck yeah, paid actor.
No, that's not good because all the other ones were dropped.
Fuck.
Okay, so it does work. Why did it only register 3 minutes ago? Okay. Okay, let's put this over here. Actually, maybe even uh-oh, that's my background. I need that. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, there's something critically wrong with this picture in front of me. But I have confirmed that I am able to subscribe to the channel. Why do you say
nighttime
good night?
Where you are, Lewis?
Oh.
It's like midday over here.
Well, we are actually pretty kind of global, I believe.
Oh yeah, isn't Lewis in like Britain? I think.
If that,
If I'm wrong, he's.
I mean,
if
it
I'm
would
wrong,
be
I
it
might
would
have
be
to-
some European country, but we don't really need to. I mean, I think
Wait, European? How do we know it's not Africa?
I mean it's anything in the time zone. It's just more likely to be watching from youth camp.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay, okay, buddy. Thank you, Jolie. Very cool. Okay, what was I doing again? Yeah, okay. So our stream elements are extremely broken, and I am currently trying to figure out why. Does emotes transfer over? Oh, it does.
Oh,
Run an ad to disable pre-rolls.
so Twitch has a thing where you have to run an ad like every hour to prevent like really long ads from running anywhere.
I see. Okay. Well. Anyways, this is not the intention. We definitely need to get this working proper.
Well, I'll say the emote worked probably on Twitch, not on YouTube. I think.
So it worked on Twitch. I don't. Did we get a Twitch thing?
Do we have Twitch emotes enabled? No, never mind. Nothing happened to Twitch chat. What?
I did not realize I had.
I'm looking at this from the
I did not
restream video,
realize
and
I
it,
had.
hold on. Okay, I've said I'm looking at this from the restream menu,
Uh-oh.
and I'm trying to see where the emote is displaying as an emote and not just a tag.
Looks like it just sends an image.
Let me go on the account and check.
Okay. Well, I don't want to.
So it,
Yeah,
it
I don't
is
want to
an
spend too
image.
much time on this,
but
but
it's only an image in the YouTube chat.
yeah. But let's say, hypothetically, I
Sure.
follow. Wait, I don't have a. Oh, I don't have an account.
Still need to change the speed name to MacBook Boomer Day. What do I name it? Any ideas?
Fixing our stream is what I've currently named it.
Okay, fixing our stream.
The humanity. Okay, at the very least, I have ground control now, so I should be able to catch most things. Even if our overlays don't catch it, I'll get something in our activity feed from either Twitch or YouTube, and I'll call it out if it happens. So hopefully we won't need restream anymore. And we'll rock with the inferior solution to the problem, at least for now. Just so that we have something. Okay. That's enough dilly-dallying. Let's actually do development stuff today. Okay. Oh, gotta move that out of the way. There you go. We're back, baby. Okay. So, a lot of things have happened since we've last had our stream. A lot of stuff in the background has changed with how things are being done. I am not in a position to be able to actually tell you guys what has changed, but things have changed, and more importantly, we have enemies in the game now. And so what we're going to be doing today is taking that sample level we've been working on stream and creating a way to spawn enemies in and create little funny gimmick sequences or areas that will allow us to scare the crap out of the player. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You may also notice that this area is a little different than last time. That's because I forgot to save and we lost everything. And so I remade something a little different, although I still have technically a recording of the running displays for the game. So I could show those off, but I think more importantly, I also just noticed whatever problem we had before with the low frame rate is gone.
Woo!
We're definitely using the Kuwahara filter, and actually we're even using harder filters. And just for this, I actually think the bug with our VTubing model being super laggy is now gone. Hello Emperor, how's it going? I was just getting started to talk about what we're doing today.
It's him.
What, you got something against Emperor?
He's my friend.
I see. Well, I'm glad you can join us. So
Glad you're here. Can you give me the other half of the brain cell for a bit?
no, we were already sharing our half of the brain cell. You can't take any more brain cells than you can hold the max capacity for.
No, you can't do this to me.
Anyways, it's time to massively downgrade everything. Because we're gonna go to our test level, which means that the game is gonna go back to looking ugly.
We're doing all right. Ask how are we doing? We're doing pretty alright, man.
We are big chilling. Oh, hey Emperor, real quick, can you sub to our channel? We're testing our stream elements.
So you remember that paid actor?
Oh, is Emperor the paid actor?
Yeah, I went to him to go get him to sub, and he had already subbed. Based that he subbed already, but god damn it, I couldn't test with him.
No. I'm disintegrating. Okay, so we need two things. So we have an enemy in our game, actually, and we have a lot of enemies in our game. I think we have like 6 enemies already properly implemented into the game. But we have no way to actually tell the game to spawn them in the world. And so that's gonna be our first thing. Is each world is gonna need something called a monster handler, which currently doesn't exist yet, and a monster trigger. Basically, either a mechanic, an area, or an object. I'm glad that we have so many paid actors.
Hey, I think our PNG thing's not working.
Oh, did it hang and crash and die or something?
It might have.
Hold
the
up.
images are frozen on the screen.
Oh, you are actually so factually correct. Yeah,
That'd be
why?
Jackson
Okay,
does.
hold up. I got this. Hold up.
Yeah.
It's...
Even while streaming, we can't escape bugs.
I think I just have to reload it. There you go. And then let me go to our Discord. Just a wee bit. And I'll video share my OBS. Actually, maybe video sharing the OBS is the problem. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop video sharing my OBS and hope that like fixes things.
Okay.
Okay. Well, now that we got that fixed, we gotta make some new code from scratch today. So after we get whatever monster handler we need, I actually have no idea what we're gonna need to make that work. So we'll figure that out as we go. We're gonna actually program a new mechanic into the game. It's called the Rebound Eye. Davis, you probably should have seen, if you haven't already read the documentation. We're going to be able to fetch blocks. We're going to be playing fetch with the eye, except the eye is the dog, and we're the handler. This is a really stupid way of explaining this analogy. But, other than that, we have floating cubes now.
Oh.
Look at them. Look at the beautiful floating cubes. They spin in place forever because I turned off.
It's gonna take me a second to see the floating cube.
Hold up. Okay, hold up. You know what? You're right. I am going to screen share my stream overlay so you can at least see what's up. There you go. Is this gonna push it over? We have no idea.
Is it? Pushing it over in Discord.
Oh, I'm sure something is going wrong, but yeah, we have a lot of floating cubes now. This is a revolutionary new tech called disabling gravity and clamping the Z-axis so that it does not move.
Damn it, Astro! Serum, get the cube. Put it in my chest, Serum.
As the prophecy foretold.
It's a Transformers reference.
Mm-hmm. I know nothing of Transformers. I know there's this guy with a really raspy voice that looks like a blue truck.
That's Optimus Prime. I would follow that man into battle.
I was gonna say something. You know what? I take it back. No, I'm not gonna say it. I must live at a higher standard.
Do not make fun of Peter Cullen.
No, don't worry. I was gonna make fun of Peter Cullen. I was gonna D's nuts you.
Ah, motherfucker. Astro, I don't know if I can go on a Transformers rant on stream right now.
Do I have an audio issue happening right now?
Is there an audio issue?
Emperor has is spamming chat with fix it. What does fix it mean? Did I break something? Oh no.
I'm listening to stream right now.
Are we lagging out the wazoo?
I think he doesn't understand. I think it's the cubes. Do you think the cubes floating is a bug?
No, this is very much an intended feature. Actually, really, it looks really aesthetic, right? To just have the cubes like floating like that, kind of like in the corner.
Yeah, the bug fixing is not my job right now, man.
Yeah, Davis doesn't do the programming for our game. Frogman.
I'm here to make sure he doesn't cancel us.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay. Emperor, what's up? What's wrong? Let us know if you've noticed anything off with the stream.
Yes,
we will try our best to amend.
Bugs. We are actively trying to scrub out bugs.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, the staff is tweaking.
Oh, this is staff tweaking?
The staff is tweaking.
Oh, did we give it its medication this morning?
Yum. Okay. First of all,
I think I just saw it.
What did you see?
Staff tweaking on the cube. Your stream is paused in Discord right now. I don't know why.
Oh, it's probably because
we're professionals, people.
Everything sucks. Everything sucks. Pea water.
Don't worry, dude.
Why
flavored ice cream after this?
Why is streaming so hard? You know what? I'll just stream my entire screen. There you go. I cannot be bothered. There you go. You can see everything that's happening now. If my character starts tweaking out, that's just how it is. I accept my fate at this point.
Fuck it, we've all. Oh, yeah, he was talking about the fact that you didn't know Transformers. That was the bug.
Oh.
I got it at the first guess.
No. I have watched reaction videos to Transformers 1 on my off time, but I like skimmed through it, so I didn't actually get any information about the plot.
I can show you some other time.
I've heard that Transformers 1 is good though.
It's so good, you don't even need to be a Transformers fan to enjoy it.
That is actually
that's how good it is.
Very based. Okay, let me add a cube.
While you're doing that, speaking of Transformers, after watching the Transformers 1 movie, again, I decided to go and play an old Transformers game that I haven't touched in a while, Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and then I realized, holy shit, Hasbro has fucked us. Because it's so good, and it never got a sequel. And I just noticed a pattern of Hasbro delivering peak Transformers content that dies after like maybe its first and second run, and it doesn't finish the story.
From what I've heard, Transformers 1 had like absolutely abysmal marketing.
Oh yeah, no, Transformers 1 had abysmal marketing, and because of it, our chances at a sequel are gone.
Atoms.
Hasbro has consistently just Thanos snapped Transformers IPs, especially whenever they get good.
They make peak and then they flop it, you know? That's how it goes.
Yeah, because since Michael Bay's Transformer films, they don't understand that the reason people watched it was because it was Michael Bay, and then Transformers is actually still niche. Emperor isn't lying. A Twitter user has dedicated his entire time on Twitter to just promote it himself.
Wild.
Like a random fan did that, and the people that worked on the movie loved him so much for it that when some exclusive merch for the movie came out, they gave it to him first.
Wild.
Yeah, he did more marketing than the actual marketing department, and that sucked.
Oh man. Okay, so let us. Okay, am I allowed to show the jump scares in our game? I think I'm allowed to show the jump scares in our game, as long as I just use the demo jump scares.
Yeah.
Okay. Game over.
I actually remember when me and Astro went to go see the movie, like when it came out opening weekend, I think. We went to go see it because, haha, funny kids movie. Let's go see how bad they mess it up. We walked out of there in tears.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I heard that it was just a really good movie, so that's very fair.
It's good. And they also knew what they were doing with Transformers 2 on top of it, because if you were a nerd going to go see the movie, you'd get every fucking reference. But the references are subtle enough that they don't impact the film when you don't know anything.
That is very fair.
It is a narrative work of art. Oh, is that gentle?
It is a peak movie. Okay. Well, you're definitely not the first person to tell me that, so I'm compelled to believe that you may perhaps be right.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not in theaters anymore, because they missed their mark to make profit off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to pull it from theaters, and so now it's on digital. So I can't take you to see the theater release, unfortunately, but I can definitely stream it to you.
Cool. We can watch it sometime.
Yeah.
Let's get these out of the way. Here you go. I love floating cubes. Okay, so we have that thing up there now. We're gonna ignore that. Let me eject. Okay, cool. So this green thing represents the path that the enemy knows that it can take in their area. And because this gate was moved up, it only should have shown up now. So it looks like that actually does work. I'm gonna have to check what it looks like when it isn't up. But the idea is we have a little enemy over here. Why can't I hear them? Where the heck are they? What the heck?
I'm afraid to unmute the stream when you get it working.
Well, actually, for the sake of the viewers, I will actually most likely volume down. Hold up. Let me like kill the volume. I won't mute it. I can set it to like 1, but like I don't want to mess with the audio too while I'm programming enemies. This is what really sucks about running the enemies, is because I'm also kind of a scaredy wuss with this kind of stuff. So it's harder for me to work on this kind of stuff. Oh, I love that. So I refined the rebound system a lot. So now when you're calling back the eye, you can knock like other cubes around on the way back. It's actually really cool.
Did you just make Mjolnir?
Yeah, basically. And I turned it into a puzzle mechanic. Yeah. See? Except I needed to be a little bit more consistent and less angry. The current system's a little unpredictable, if you couldn't tell.
Let only those who are worthy to develop an Unreal Engine use the power of the wand.
So you see how this part's red. So this is where the enemy's at, and it's trying to access where the player is, but right now it can't because there's no connecting path of green to this red area. So this red area is considered inaccessible to the enemy. I don't know why this small section's green, though. That's kind of weird. The implication being it can teleport over there, but... Oh. Okay, that's strange. Anyways, when I hit this lever... when I hit this lever, the gate comes back up. This path now becomes visible, and the green is processing back, but ideally... Yeah, okay, the enemy's still there. Okay, so if I complete this puzzle, the enemy should just come out.
We're proud of the enemy no matter what sexuality he is.
Oh. Okay, well, I think you know where this is going. Okay. So, mechanically, this is how the enemy works. So... Uh-oh.
What happens if you pull the lever?
Gone. Oh.
Oh no. Grunk, pull the lever!
Okay, so that is basically a developer's rendition of what is supposed to happen. And it's like that there. Okay, so we're clearly missing a few key pieces here. Okay, first, we need a way to safely spawn and kill the monster. Second of all, we need a way to say what monster spawns and when. And lastly, oh, hold up, we need to test the jump scare too.
Make it be a fake wall fall? Oh.
A fake wall fall?
He's saying to make the bridge fake fall, and then you have to go pull the lever again to make it actually fall.
Oh, yeah, actually, wait.
Because remember folks, horror is 2 steps off from comedy.
No. Well, we have a bit of a list now to work with. So let's start with that. First of all, we need to kill this guy when he falls. I think that'll be the easiest thing to start with. We'll make an enemy killer.
Yeah, so that is an interesting idea, Astro. Let's put a pin in that. We'll consider it.
Write it down, write it down. Yeah. This is honestly pretty simple.
You want to make it the wall falling a 2-step thing? You want to hit like 2 levers with 2 buttons?
How do you get access to the tick rate? I swear I've done this before.
Wait, if you say you've done it before, right? That means you know what file you've done it in?
Yeah, let's go check. It should be in our freeze explosion. Custom time dilation. Boom.
Yeah.
Basically, setting this to 0 pauses the enemy, so it stops thinking. And then, after a short delay, probably we'll do 0.1 seconds, we will just straight up delete the enemy. So, destroy actor. No idea if that's gonna work, but let's just freaking put it in the game, see what happens.
I want to see it
Enemy.
obliterate.
And then, instead of it just disappearing, obviously, we're probably gonna have some sort of like programmed animation, Davis, which you will
I
be.
can't do this shit again. I can't do this shit live again.
We're not gonna be doing this shit live. Okay. I will admit we're not gonna do it live. Okay, so that should work, right? I mean, hypothetically, it should work. Let's go move the starting position to over here. Just so that... and also, there's going to be a good test, because if it doesn't work and the barrier doesn't kill the enemy, that means I
How do you know
am...
it's not gonna walk around the barrier?
Uh-oh, oops, hold up. There we go. Because it's not registered in the you see this green area, there's no like block out for it, so it sees the area where the box is.
Let's
as
hope it doesn't
walkable.
gain sentience then.
Well, it can't see anyways, so I'm gonna put my like wholehearted faith in this code working first try, and if not, we're getting jump scared. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it did touch it. The yellow part touched this, is what I'm thinking. Okay, well, I do want to watch it kill itself and not just... Okay, there it is. Okay. How much faith do you have in me? Nice. And just to double check, did that throw any errors regarding the character? No. No, it didn't.
Let's go.
Yep, these errors are unrelated. They're for this thing, which is completely broken right now. Cool. We have a kill field for the enemy.
Rare instances where something works first try.
We haven't had a lot of that recently, I will admit. There you go. So
Yeah.
basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little kill field right below where the bridge is at. So when the bridge falls down, the enemy gets deleted from this plane of existence.
Reduced to atoms.
And the puzzle actually becomes completable. And now, let's try the whole sequence again. So, player walks across bridge. Player throws eye at cube. Recalls eye. Finds out that the cube didn't land in the right place. There you go. Does that. Enemy is freed. They get chased. Scene goes dark. Real spooky moment hours here. And then when the player manages to run back, we're gonna have to make this guy way faster. Also make that way smaller. We can just...
We make the guy faster. We
Gone.
Have to make Madeline faster.
Yeah. But then the enemy dies, and then you can hit the lever again. This lever is very broken. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. And then you can just pass and win. Okay, cool. Sequence done.
Yeah, folks, this is very early mechanics development and testing. It's not gonna look pretty,
Yep.
despite all the textures that we have right there.
The pretty parts of our game are pretty because we needed to figure out what pretty looks like. And these are the mechanical parts of the game, which means they don't gotta look pretty at all. Not until the ending phase, which we're actually gonna be working on this week. Our later stream will actually show you guys what a more decorated version of these levels is gonna actually properly look like.
Yeah, think about it like computer maintenance. The case on the outside is pretty nice, but when you open it, it looks like a bunch of circuitry and stuff that you need to actually understand and make sure it's working.
Yeah.
You're looking
On
at
that
the
note,
circuitry.
actually.
You're looking at the circuitry part.
I mean, everything here is literally circuitry, so. Speaking of which, I gotta make some circuitry here because we had some bug reports telling me that we needed circuitry here. So we're gonna add circuitry here. This, in all honesty, is purely cosmetic. They functionally don't do anything.
But we needed a way to guide players to functionally mechanical parts, especially in the dark.
Yep. When it gets a little dark and things get a little hard to see, our game.
Actually, now that I think about it, if you were to go check the lever, in the player view, I think.
Check the lever in the
you
player
would see-
view.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like switch to player. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not dark right now.
Well, we can make it much darker. Hold up. Gotta go into our PP.
What?
Our PPI switcher. Well, what are you thinking?
Can we name it something else?
It's post-process. That's what it stands for.
Okay.
That's the prefix for post-processes. There.
Now that's in the rendering that the players usually see, you can see that the lever is actually quite hard to see without it.
Yeah. Yeah. Although we have a flashlight for this reason as well, to make sure that these things shine in the dark. Although we will highlight them in the future.
Yeah, we'll work on how to make the levers be more visible in the future.
Yeah,
But
But
elements
frankly,
just hiding and just being able
yeah.
to be hidden in the darkness like this, we need to find ways to show the players to the elements without being too destructive to the environment. When we thought, okay, let's make circuit lines, a little light path for people to follow
Mhm.
to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. This issue with the enemies have been bugging me for a while, but I couldn't handle it even on streams yet until our enemy programmer was done and ready with it. So I was pushing it off. It was supposed to happen last week, but then I got super busy, and so
Because life
we ended up
happens.
not having. Yeah, but we're back, and now I have to make another box. I've been making a lot of boxes recently. These things, essentially handlers for things. Like this is the thing that handles the eye. This is the thing that handles our post process. Since you don't like me saying PP. It's what it is.
There has to be a better way to abbreviate it.
Have you seen the performance point system in Osu?
I'm not. Is it abbreviated oddly?
It's PP.
Whatever. Just
The modern
don't-
version of
don't
it is
abbreviate-
called PPV4.
Just don't. They made a version 4 of it.
Yeah, there's 4 versions of it. The performance point system in Osu is something I've actually studied quite a bit in my college days. Hmm.
Whatever you do, just don't abbreviate Cyberpunk on stream. Please don't.
Please don't ever abbreviate Club Penguin on stream. It was funny. Okay, I'm not sure if Josh showed you the joke, but when they brought back Club Penguin, like the people basically made like a fan resurrection of the game, they actually abbreviated it in its domain.
Oh no.
And
No.
Davis, you can go online right now and search it up. And I promise you should probably do it in an incognito tab just in case something absolutely horrible happens.
Hey,
But
did you see the chat?
I'm sorry, it's not for you, Emperor.
Nah, Doug, you're gonna have to dip into your black side for that one.
That's definitely. Yeah, so you can search up the Club Penguin like remake online. You can go to its domain, and you can really bask in the poor decision making of their marketing team.
Thank God I don't work for them.
They're a fan group, so it is excusable. It's not like they're like.
Oh, they're fan groups. They knew what they were doing.
Oh, it's so much worse. Oh my God, it's so much worse. I think they changed their domain again, but they kept the abbreviation.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh, it's so bad. There's like 3 websites with the abbreviation.
Word of advice
Okay.
for anybody that's looking to be part of any kind of marketing whatsoever. Do not abbreviate Cyberpunk for your company.
I just don't know why they didn't think of it.
Oh no, they thought of it.
It would have been fine if they called it like Club P or something, but they had to abbreviate it that way.
It's 2025 on the internet. They know. They know.
I know they know, but Club Penguin's a children's game.
That's why they know.
Why? Why? And we thought our naming scheme was bad. Okay. Let's get started
At
on
least
this
our
one.
abbreviation will get us in trouble with federal law.
Maybe.
What did you do?
I'm sure Nintendo's is mighty angry.
Oh no, Nintendo's always gonna be angry. We can't do anything about that.
Enemy handler.
I'm pretty sure they made the entire country of Brazil angry.
I've seen worse. No collision. And we'll also hide this in the game. The reason why we have a placeholder cube here is so that we can physically click on the object when you place it in the world, and it's not just another nameless box outline. We even get the benefit of actually putting icons on the cube. So probably for the enemy, we'd use one of our folder icons just so you can have something to represent it. Here, what would we like to
Get one of
represent?
those nightlight traps for flies.
Rope. Lamp oil? Rope? Bombs?
What? I mean, I've considered using that for flies, but I think that's gonna burn down my house in the process.
It's just the number 6.
What? Oh,
It's
no.
the number 6.
And that's a cube. That's 6 sixes. That's like double. That's
Oh,
like
you're
double
right. Sorry,
badness.
I have to change it to 5. There you go. All is here. Let me change it. Let's change it to the like bad number in Japan or something. There you go.
Want to get banned from Japan?
No, 4. So, oh, I get to talk about Japan cultural lore today, I guess. So, I believe that I don't take this as like actual like gospel or anything like that, but I believe that in Japanese culture, 4 is considered an unlucky or cursed number because one of the ways you can pronounce it is she. And she is one of the ways you can say 4. It's not the only way people say 4. People actually use the other way of saying it. But she is the same as death. Like, it's the same word for death in Japanese. And so people are like, oh, it's like an evil number or something like that. And it's like people build like superstitions around it. Like they don't have a 4th floor, kind of like how we don't have a 13th. And if you want a cultural representation of that, watch JoJo's Part 5.
Oh, I need to rewatch Part 5 then.
Yeah. There's literally an entire character whose central gimmick is their hatred for the number 4.
Oh yeah, Mister.
Yeah. And so that was the reason why I even knew about it. But then when I when I visited Japan and I actually got to ask a person over there, they were able to explain it with a little bit more detail to me. Because I did find it strange, but it does make sense because we have our own like equivalent in our culture.
Yeah, Friday the 13th is there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Would you consider this a talking, like just chatting stream if we're just vibing while I'm programming? Because the programming seems to be more like a background thing. It's not really like the central focus of the stream. We're kind of just talking while I happen to be programming in the background.
Maybe. I might be actually. This is technically also podcast content. I could see if I could get the YouTube category changed to that. Give me a second.
Because I realize some of our more entertaining content on this stream is just us kind of vibing and chatting about random stuff. Like it's not even me programming. And I am getting like programming work done while this is all happening, which is cool because I'm basically just doing double duty.
I think I'm just gonna rate it under entertainment on YouTube because it's still no matter what you do on YouTube, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna reload Restream real quick.
Did we lose you?
I'm not fucking losing it.
The audio's all working on my side.
Okay. I had changed the category on YouTube, and both streams went offline, and I was like, what the fuck? Let me check on my phone to see if it's still on. Yeah, we're still live? Okay.
I mean, it seems like it. I mean, I'm looking at our stream preview
we're
right
still
now.
live. We're good.
There we go. Okay, so we basically have an animation ID system. Okay, that can wait until the animation's done before spawning an enemy into the game.
Okay.
And from here, we could even trigger full camera cutscenes if we wanted to. We can run like a, hey, pause the game, move the camera over so the player can watch as an enemy spawns in front of them. And you won't even have to run any camera animations for that. It would just be like the raw model animation, which would save us some time. Especially if it's a static frame, unless the camera shots are really dynamic, which I doubt we have the resources to make. Anyways, we only have one enemy, so master enemy. We are going to promote this variable Oops, my bad. We have this. There you go. So now we have a reference to the created enemy. Come back there. And then we can go through all of the components. This is set in advance by our player. So for each I forgot how this works too. We're gonna have to go access our other code now. First person. If I am correct.
Should we
What's up?
get voice acting from Gianni Megagrano?
The voice actor of Gabriel?
Yes.
I can't believe I knew that. It was partially a guess, but
Chad, it's working. I'm pulling him over to Ultra Kill.
I have yet to play Ultra Kill, so although
I am down to stream an Ultra Kill session because it is actually quite like a good study for game design. That or
that is
building
fair.
an audience because somehow this dude first game that he's like published ever on Steam popped off.
Well,
So
my
one
like
anomaly,
thought
or
process
is-
behind whoever made like Ultra Kill, because I know it's like it was a Japanese guy, right, or something like that.
no, he was Finnish.
Oh, it's a Finnish guy. My bad.
Yeah, Hakita is a Finnish name. Finnish name. But you were saying?
Sorry, hold up, give me a moment. What I was trying to say is you just get a man who is not restricted at all by like time or money and just makes a game that they would want to play, and they just also have all of the skills necessary to make it, and that's a recipe for success, you know. What I really admire from the creator of Ultra Kill is the commitment to their like, I guess their commitment to their guns, I guess.
Yeah, no.
In a figurative
All
sense.
the guns in the game, it's basically just, is this fun to have in our game as we develop? And if the answer was yes, they kept it. And it worked.
Doctor. Turn off my cringe inhibitors.
Those words in Metal Gear Solid still sit in people's heads. There is a reason Hideo Kojima's games are popping off as well.
Doctor. Show me Norman Reedus.
He's hitting the cleanest grid you ever seen.
Okay, I believe we now have a working enemy handler. Hypothetically, a hypothetically working enemy handler. Okay, let's take a look.
It's 86
Okay.
degrees outside. I'm freezing my nuts off in here.
There's the number 4. We're gonna put all of this underneath. And we're gonna need to create a spawn point for the player.
Wait, so is the number texture for debugging?
Yeah, it's for debugging. Nobody actually ever sees any of these textures. I just need to make sure that I know what's what. And we're gonna add this to the array here.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
So these are all debugging cubes. In the future, right before release, we'll put little messages on them for people who like no-clip our game or like data hack into it to see.
You weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah. I want to give a little something to our data miners. Anyways, this enemy handler actually needs to be configured with quite a bit of stuff for it to actually work. And so we're gonna start by grabbing stalker point. We'll just use a move point for now. These are generic objects that don't do anything but have a physical debugging presence, like this square right here. And what we're gonna do is when the enemy or when the player enters this room, actually it has to be probably when they hit this pressure plate that it gets triggered. So here, let's just configure all that, I guess. So if you click on the 4, there'll be a bunch of details panels here. Animation ID 0. Components that we can add are going to be it's not showing up. Can't I just like put this there? Nope, not how that works. Okay. What are you? It is an actor component. Okay, I messed up.
Right?
I actually did play D&D as a DM yesterday, yeah.
Oh, was that your first time DMing?
No. I've been DMing for years now. And I've been playing D&D for even longer.
Okay.
What's up?
You got any DM advice?
A lot of DM advice, actually. We were honestly like, screw everything everyone else says about like D&D. Honestly, the hardest part about like playing D&D is scheduling.
Actually, yeah, scheduling is always the final boss. The amount of times that we've just had to not do D&D that week because somebody had to leave to go do something.
Yeah. Like, even a party of 4 is just so hard to get a hold of. Typically, what we've found to be like a working solution to the problem is simply just either reducing the amount of people or having an agreed upon like physical meeting place every week. But both of those aren't necessarily practical for everyone. And so what I found that works really well for me is I just host smaller sessions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a few days ago, I had a 2-person campaign session.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And so there was no scheduling. I just DM'd 2 people. I was like, hey, you guys got 2 hours? They were like, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's start.
Now that you mention it, I did see like a game jam on HIO the other day. That's like a 1-page tabletop RPG, I think.
Yep.
It was either that or a 1-hour one. Wait, no, I saw both. There was 1 page in 1 hour. They were like 2 different games. But it was like reduce the amount of effort you need to do it in RPG for. It was like Oh, cool. I can't wait to see what comes out of that.
Absolutely. And I think I've been really enjoying that because obviously D&D is made for 4 players, so it's like obviously it's not intended to be done with so little people, but that also doesn't change the fact that playing with 2 people is significantly better than not playing at all. And so I'm of the part of just having fun and enjoying. Like a lot of the times I'm the kind of DM that has like a really strong outline of what I want and then I just wing everything else. I'm a very good yapper, as one would say. And so when it comes to DMing, I find it just very easy to have a structure, a base structure of some sort. And then just going with that flow. Because typically you kind of get a vibe for what your players want from you. And as long as you have the broad strokes planned, you can fill in the gaps as you go.
Okay, so you're saying you get detailed along the way.
Yeah. And it's like, also, it's a vibe check, right? Like, because the campaign that you run is the campaign your players should enjoy, right? Like, if nobody likes a horror noir mystery, right? Like, don't run that, right? Obviously, DMs want to have, I guess, a certain, like, vibe to them, right? Or some DMs only are good in certain genres. Like, that's fine. Right, like you can work in that area. Maybe you can invite people to play, but when you have like a group of 4 people, right, and especially because I've been actually DMing for a lot of newbies recently. This has been a really big thing. Is I've DM'd for like 8 newbies over the last like 2 months. And as a result, I've gotten really good at figuring out what people actually like and don't like about like roleplay, just like as a vibe check. And we actually ran into an issue like just this week too, where we had a party of 6 people, right, which is majorly overloaded. Honestly, that was never going to actually happen. But 3 out of the 6 of them wanted to play a completely different kind of campaign. Right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, think like murder hobos versus like righteous good.
Oh, that's
Except
chaos.
Yeah, so half the party was
to...
murder hobos, the other half was righteous good, and like in their first session, like I wasn't there to DM it, but I was there to watch because it was a duo DM thing, and I'll actually talk about that later if you want. Okay. But the main issue with it was that we had essentially these 2 party members basically immediately splitting into factions and disagreeing and fighting, and it like made it impossible to move the story forward in any meaningful way. And a lot of it was also because they were rookies, so obviously it wasn't going to turn out well. If you have a party that big without enough explanation, enough of a framework to understand how to play. These people basically had never played before. And so like when I brought up doing the duo DM thing, I thought it would be better if we took the group that was already murder hobo-y and split them away from the group that was righteous good.
Oh, you made it a PvP game?
No. I split them. We're gonna have it so that they get sent into like 2 different continents. So it's same world, and like the geopolitics still gets like involved with their like actions and stuff, but they basically work on intervaled session system. So let's say the first DM, the DM I had planned this with, plays a session on the right side of the world, right? They do travel or whatever, have like a world changing moment in their side. And then the DM tells me about it, and I get to see the effects on my side. And then when it's my turn to start the session, I include that in whatever decisions they make, and then they have consequences that I pass over back to the other DM. And the party even gets to communicate using letters that are staggered every session, because in-game travel time.
Like they're still allies?
Yeah, they're still allies. I mean, their goals are still the same. They're still trying to find the same big bad. They're still trying to defeat them, right? It's just that how they're going about it is completely different, Right. That's the cool part. So they're like very, very different characters. Like obviously the murder hobo group is like they're not the most morally aligned individuals.
Yeah, no.
But they still believe
would
in
expect
like a
murder
greater good. Like they still fight for a greater good.
Okay.
Right.
They're just a lot more willing to take a life about it.
Yeah. So that's what I like really, really enjoy about it, right? Because a large part of what makes that so interesting is we're basically putting them in like very contrasting worlds. So like we're having the lore of it, like the right side of the continent, this like very like regal, aristocratic, like monarchical society of like high technology and progression in society. Well, the left side of the continent is this like primitive, tribal, like gangs and like pirates, like criminal underground society.
To deal with the players being different in playstyles.
Yeah. But like it made sense because the geography was already set up for them to make like an intercontinental journey. We just decided to double the speed of the campaign by splitting it in half because they basically get to fight their own bosses, irrespective of each other. But also just to actually like properly explore a world that's more aligned with how they want to do things. I was actually pretty proud of of that recommendation, and it ended up really doing a lot to make the campaign playable instead of just straight up canceling. Although it is still reliant on now the scheduling systems of 2 people, which was honestly the biggest drawback.
Usually I just hear stories about how campaigns are either canceled or they have to kick out players when a murder hobo is involved, but that's like that was actual like problem solving right there.
Yeah. And for me, more importantly, like there's no such thing as a bad role player. There's only a role player that doesn't communicate well, right? Like you can murder everyone I've ever built and cared about because if I can't deal with that, that's my skill issue, right? Like DMs should be equipped and knowledgeable about your playstyle in advance because they should already have interviewed you and talked to you in person. Right, obviously there's the talk for like inexperience and stuff like that. Like obviously if you're an inexperienced DM, just try doing things you like first and do it with the people who also like what you do. But when it comes to like running like formal campaigns at like a high level, right? Not like a D&D high level, but just like at a good level of like quality. Good DMs should be able to deal with basically anything. And it's no excuse if you allow a murder hobo to ruin your story. So I cooperate with my players very much. Like if they are going to be murder hobo-y, I'm gonna let them know. Like if you are going to do this, there's gonna be consequences. I even fine-tuned the continent to actually make them more cunning. So if they do murder somebody, they do so like planned, knowledgeable, right? Maybe still evil, but a lot less impulsive, right? The goal is to actually make them feel the consequences for their actions, not to discourage their behavior.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong if they killed my favorite NPC or questline that I was playing, because frankly, I expect that kind of stuff to happen all the time in D&D. Like it's a loose cannon, anything can happen, right? But I have no qualms with people who kill for enjoyment or impulse. I have qualms with people who don't communicate that they're doing so. Right. That's really what, like, that's the dead end typically for tabletop RPGs, is if your players can't communicate or they refuse to communicate with you on, like, basic things like, oh, why did you kill this person, right? Instead of just killing this person, right? It could be as simple as they just bothered you, or it could be as complicated as like they betrayed your mother when you were 8 years old, right? But either way, we need to be able to communicate justification for action, or else there's also no available repercussion. Which is what people mess up a lot, right? It's not the idea of killing, it's the idea of killing without purpose. Because D&D characters aren't just XP banks. If you wanted an XP bank, just go play an MMO. So I don't treat it like that, right? Like you need to kind of cater to Dungeons and Dragons' strengths or like related like tabletop strengths, and stop trying to get it to do things that it's not meant to do, and lean into the things that it does really well, which is that kind of like free form vibe.
Would you also say that for the combat balancing?
The combat balancing? Yeah, I mean, the whole point of a combat is to create a tension and critically engage your players.
Hang on,
Right.
bot.
Murder.
All right, bot's been killed.
Violence. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, like, combat is supposed to be a test of your creativity. And as a game designer, I don't struggle with making combats. It's all about creating a secondary gimmick or a secondary effect that's happening in the background. Either a timer counting down, a fire burning a home that you're fighting in, a flood coming in, right? Or enemies endlessly pouring in, or enemies transforming, or dying has a consequence, or something like that. As long as there's a secondary gimmick happening in the combat that mixes it up apart from just reducing an HP number, then most combats can be made engaging, even if the players are strong. Like, I had a campaign where somebody was level 18 and another person was like level 16 or level 14. And you can still make a combat interesting. Not because you make the enemy stat stick stronger, which I had to do, obviously, at level 18. But because I just created an interesting situation where the enemy casted, like, banishment on the level 18 guy, dragging them into a realm where they basically had to 1v1, right? Well, the weaker members of the party were trying to bring him back so they could help him. Right? Like that kind of stuff. So it's really a creativity, and there is nothing that isn't possible because D&D is so freeform. Right? It's not like a game where the rules are hard set and programmed by like programmers like me. If you don't like a rule, just get rid of it. If you don't like an item, kill it. If you don't like an enemy, they're dead. Right? Like if you're not vibing with a part of D&D, just get rid of it. I vibe with a lot of parts of D&D, and there's parts of D&D I don't vibe with, and so they're not in my game. And if you're curious, exhaustion is one of those things.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't vibe with the
You don't vibe
exhaustion
with
system in D&D. Yeah. I think everything's set up, I believe. But yeah, it's like, there's, and D&D is a pretty, like, old system. A bit archaic, in my opinion, because it's just so old. And so there's a lot of, like, mechanics that don't really have a reason to exist anymore, or just exist because they've always existed and that's their only justification. And so that's why, like, if you've seen Daggerheart, I'm not sure if you've heard of Daggerheart. It's been making quite a bit of waves.
I think Daggerheart's new tabletop that Critical Role came out with.
Yes, correct.
That's as far as I know.
Yeah, like Daggerheart is basically a modern rendition of a very similar kind of system. It's far more story centric. So if you imagine something like Kids on Bikes being story centric, and then there's essentially this like mental gradient in my head. If you've played like Pathfinder, that's a very like technically heavy game where there's a lot of numbers, a lot of stats, a lot of classes, a lot of like hard set rules, a lot of hard set systems. And then in the middle you have something like D&D, which has a mix of flexible rules sets and class-based abilities and system setups. And on the furthest other end would be something like Kids on Bikes, which basically doesn't have a lot of systems and is purely like a vibe kind of game, where you run with minimal stats and you basically just enjoy and do things as it makes sense in your world story. Obviously, this is a gross oversimplification of all three of the systems. They all have very different reasons for existing, and they're all very good. I've played all three of them. But Daggerheart's kind of like a middle ground of that. It's a middle ground of Kids on Bikes and like D&D. So it leans more towards story, less D&D rule set. But because of that, it also has freed itself from the issue of tradition essentially. And so
Okay.
it doesn't rely on tradition rule sets or tradition features that have just always been there, so people expect them. Instead, it forgoes nearly all major system and goes for something far more progressive and more story centric. And frankly, it's just covered in really good game design. So I always recommend it, and it's free for the people who want to play it. Yeah, like that Daggerheart's a free rule set available to anyone. And the only thing you'd buy from them is if you want the physical, like, or digital versions of their specific book and their campaign settings. Because the whole point of the game is that the game violently changes depending on what campaign setting you're in.
Okay.
Yep. It's pretty cool. I gave it a tour a few days ago.
Nice.
I forgot the basic documentation on my camera manager. I'm looking for send camera.
Maybe you should handle that documentation right now.
I'm figuring it out.
I guess it's my turn to talk. About D&D. So last Saturday, I believe. 2 days ago was Saturday, yeah.
2 days ago was a Saturday, yes.
Yes, I know time.
I do also know time.
Yeah. So Saturday, we had I tried D&D with the new DM for the first time.
Oh,
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She went above and beyond to deliver us a landing page on Roll20 because that's what we use to stay in contact and like still be across in different places in the world and be able to play together. I think one of our players is like out in Virginia, so. Anyway, that's besides the point, but she went above and beyond to create an interactive landing page, which is something that Roll20 wasn't really built to do.
Oh,
and she made it work.
Yeah.
To describe it, I said, this is the main menu of a fucking video game, but you didn't do it with any code.
Yeah. That's some cool stuff right there.
That is so. It's so cool to like just see that and to know that it's just to know that she did that for her players specifically. It's like, oh.
Yeah, gotta love a good
man,
DM that cares. Yep.
Yeah. No. I have no plans of playing in not playing any of her campaigns now. Cause that like set a new standard for D&D to me.
Oh, hey, look, if you get to around the end of the stream, remind me. I'll show off the digital sets that I have, because I use a software called Tailspire, which lets me digitally make those full boards that you typically see that are super expensive. Oh crap! I keep hitting the lever the wrong way. There you go. And I have bought 5 like tickets or chairs, which basically it works like a chair system. So you can buy the game and become a D&D DM, and you can buy seats for your players so they don't have to pay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like subscription shares or one-time payment?
It's a one-time payment, which is super cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so does Tailspire allow you to create the maps from scratch, or is it built-in maps?
Oh, it's built from scratch. Do you want to have a Tailspire ad in the middle of our stream?
We'll talk about it. It won't be an ad. When we get paid for that. we're on the topic of D&D, it's actually really similar to Game Development. It's just not a lot of coding.
There was actually a part of me that wanted to work on making tabletops instead of like video games.
I mean, yeah, because considerably tabletop bug fixing is, I would say, a lot less cascading than it is for coding for a video game.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you have to work on distribution, and that's a whole different thing.
For sure. I mean, as far as like physical distribution goes, it's its own thing. It's not like worse or better in my opinion. It's just different.
Yeah, it's just different.
Mm-hmm. But I had actually made a board game as one of my like capstone tests for my game design course. Is they gave us a full semester to just build a board game from scratch, like board and all.
Actually,
so like,
yeah, I think that we should like host that in studio, like for game proposals.
Oh, for sure. Obviously, if we were moving more towards board game making, but people actually use
like
board games to like design digital games, and that's like super sick to me too.
Yeah, no, as like an exercise for our teams to like be better at game design. Just like, hey, you know what? You don't have to learn. You don't have to do code right now. How about you just practice designing a game that you could just play without code? See how well you can do that first.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it can be translated into code later on. You just have to know code at that point, right?
Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox.
Anyways. It does work. It spawns in. Don't know why it's completely broken though.
Oh, it broke. Great. We can't have nice shit for 5 minutes.
I know, everything's freaking broken. As per always. Maybe it's actually an incompatibility with the AIs that I added, because I added 4 AIs to it just to see what would happen, and it looks like that might have broken it.
Wait, you added 4 AIs?
Yeah. So we have this is a very rare custom system that we made specifically for this game, but we have essentially completely packaged up, modularized like AI behavior. So we can basically have, let's say, like, oh, it roams, right? It roams between points, or oh, it tracks the player, or oh, it like it can like look for the player, and then when it finds the player, it'll run towards them. And we can have all of those behaviors simultaneously, and it'll just the cycle between them.
Okay.
Yep. On command or automatically, depends on the combination. But the goal is in the future that we can just have an enemy that changes its behavior on a dime.
That actually might be a reusable asset and other stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everything we're making here is standard code that can be used for all of our future games.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Definitely something to enjoy. We are now approaching 4. I'm gonna go probably take a quick bathroom break, if you're willing to fill in. We're gonna be watching this enemy just float awkwardly in the air while I'm waiting.
Okay.
I will be back in approximately 5 to 10 minutes. And then we will move on with the latter half of today's session, or programming development. Hey, wait a second. There you go. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one, too. There you go. Okay. I'll be right back.
Any suggestions for topics? Anyone? Dick.
I noticed something horrible. I apologize.
Oh yeah.
You've been muted.
No! No! I've been sitting here talking about Tom and Jerry and the Mesoamerican history.
Okay, well now you can talk about Tom and Jerry and the Mesoamerican history with me with you. I do actually apologize. I did not realize it was muted.
Okay. I'll just
Well.
do...
So walk me through the Mesoamerican history.
I just got to Mesoamerican history, so I have to also open up Wikipedia and get
Oh
back
yes.
to the Tom and Jerry history. Which one do you want to go first?
Tom and Jerry.
Okay, let's talk about Wikipedia's feature for the day, which is William Hanna. William Denby Hanna was an American animator, voice actor, and musician. And he worked with Joseph Barbera to co-create Tom and Jerry. And they founded with it, they founded the studio Hanna-Barbera. You probably heard it because they worked on the Flintstones, Huckleberry Hound, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, the Smurfs, and Yogi Bear.
Okay, yeah, I have heard of a few of those things. Yes.
Yes. He happened to work as the voice actor for Tom and Jerry. So any of those iconic screams that you hear Tom doing, that's him.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, he did it himself. Let's see. The studio Hanna-Barbera was the most successful animation studio of its time. Period. They eventually sold it to Taft Broadcasting in 1967 for $12 million at the time. Today, that is about $113 million. A lot of money. But they still remain heads of the company until 1991, which is incredible. That's like an extra, I want to say almost 30 years that they were still in charge.
Yeah.
Their show Tom and Jerry went on to win 7 Academy Awards, and they were nominated for 2 more, and they went on to win 8 Emmys.
Oh.
So Tom and Jerry was really good. I can get into more. That's like the basic synopsis at the top of the article. I can get more into other parts of it if you want, or I can move on to the archaic period.
Huh. That is absolutely fascinating. You know what? I guess I actually would like to know a little bit more about Tom and Jerry. When did it start again?
In 1940, I believe. Let's see. It says
1940.
No, that's where the Tom and Jerry section starts at. Like the first sentence says 1940, but I don't know. They got to direct an animated Puss in Boots in 1940. Hanna-Barbera, that's what they worked on. Which was later nominated for an Academy Award for Best Cartoon Short Subject. And because of it, the studio wanted a diversified cartoon portfolio. So they decided to start working on other stuff. Let's see. Oh, but their supervisor didn't want to work on more cat and mouse productions. What? Oh man. So Hanna and Barbera literally ignored their supervisor because of the success of Puss in Boot, and they continued to go with a cat and mouse theme.
Oh. They stuck to their guns?
Yeah, they stuck to their guns for what they were good at because they got praised for it for an Academy Award. So they decided, you know what? Nah. Your advice is not very good advice. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Let's see. Oh, I got the name of the first series wrong as well. It's Puss Gets the Boot. Okay. Oh, it was a short that was supposed that becomes Tom and Jerry later. Okay. So yeah, it was 1940 when Tom and Jerry first got created. They weren't known as Tom and Jerry at that point, but that's when
No.
they made it. Let's see. When was their second appearance? Uh, okay, permission to pursue. Yeah, the result of their most famous cartoon. Okay, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was their most famous cartoon. Okay. Yeah, I remember watching that with my parents as a kid, and still watching it every now and then. It's good. Yeah, Tom and Jerry were modeled after the characters that were in their original short, with some slight differences. It doesn't, I don't. It doesn't list the differences that they had here. I guess you would be able to see it if you were looking at photos of it. Uh, Hannah said that they settled on the cat and mouse thing for the cartoon because we knew we needed two characters. We thought we needed conflict and chase and action. And a cat after a mouse seemed like a good basic thought. So they kept to their guns. They kept it simple, and they it worked.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
For like
history's
17 straight years, it was the only thing they worked on.
fair game. I mean, if something works, you know.
Yeah, it's also says during World War II they also used the IP to make animated training films.
Yeah, I did notice. I believe. No. Sorry, I'm getting it. I'm now getting it confused for Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's got an excerpt on it. I gotta go check it out to make sure that I was right. Oh shit! It's just a link to an audiobook. Okay, never mind. Uh, bring me back to the page that was at. Okay, let's see. The revamped characters made their first appearance about a year after creation in the short The Midnight Snack. I think I've seen that one. Yeah, it was when Jerry tries to steal some cheese at midnight.
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, when Tom first catches him with a smug face, Jerry salutes him and then returns the cheese to the refrigerator. I remember that one. That was their first one, like named when they were like named Tom and Jerry. Okay, incredible.
Interesting.
Okay.
I've learned something new.
Yeah. Wait a minute. It says right here. Hold on, I'm reading ahead. It says, despite its popularity, Tom and Jerry has often been criticized as excessively violent.
Yeah, me when I'm excessively violent.
That's insane considering the TV shows that I watch now. My mom, who grew up on Tom and Jerry, by the way, looks at them and goes, "No, these are too violent. I don't like them." It,
Violence.
and just remember there was a point where Tom had an anvil dropped on his head. How?
Yep.
I don't think it's like less violent. I think it's like there's actual consequence now. Of course, the show that I started watching after this that my mom didn't like was The Amazing World of Gumball.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, and I was enjoying it so much. But it, they used like the cartoon logic humor for cartoons. They just actually spoke, and they were also very self-aware in later seasons. But still, uh, my mom thought it was too violent.
Fair.
She was the Yeah, but she was the one to bring me into the world of cartoons with Tom and Jerry.
Fair.
I It's just that I find it funny that the Miserable World of Gumball was too violent, and then there's Batman the Animated Series.
That does happen from time to time.
Yeah. Um. Okay. It won its first Academy Award for its 11th episode, Yankee Doodle Mouse. I think I remember that one. Let me take a look at it. Let's see. Mm, no, I must have seen a different one, but it is based on 4th of July. Uh, oh shit, that one came out in 1943. Tom and Jerry was ultimately nominated 14 Academy Awards, winning 7. Okay. Wait, they were nominated for 14, but they won 7. That's a half win rate. That's still amazing. Uh, no other character-based theatrical animated series has won more awards, nor has any other series featuring the same characters. Um, wow.
Wow.
Tom and Jerry was just wildly successful. They also made guest appearances in several of MGM's live-action films, including Anchors Away in 1945, Invitation to Dance 1956, Gene Kelly with Gene Kelly, um, and Dangerous When Wet with Esther Williams. What? Oh, hang on. Are these? Oh, these are. They got to do guest appearances in musicals. Okay. Oh no. Their advisor Quimby that was still working with them had accepted each Academy Award for Tom and Jerry without inviting Hannah and Barbera on stage. I see. The cartoons were also released with Quimby listed as the sole producer, following the same practice for which he had condemned Ising for. When Quimby retired in late 1995, in late 1955, Hannah and Barbera were placed in charge of MGM's animation division. Okay, at least Quimby got kicked out of it. But that dude was basically at the award ceremony taking credits that he didn't have,
Huh.
or at least excluding the original creators for their credits.
Nah.
Nah.
You hate to hear it.
Yeah, you hate to see that it hasn't changed.
Hmm.
In 1957, MGM ordered Hanna-Barbera's business manager to close the cartoon division and lay off everyone by phone call. Jesus.
Wild.
Hanna-Barbera found the no-notice closure puzzling because Tom and Jerry had been so successful. Okay. This is remarkably similar to modern stories. During his last year. Okay. That was Tom and Jerry's run. You want me to keep going for this one, or you want me to move on to the next topic?
I've learned so much about Tom and Jerry while also programming. we can move on if you want to. Yeah. What was the other topic you were going to talk
Okay.
about?
The other topic was the archaic period in the Mesoamerica. I wanted to know about the archaic period because, you ever heard the term, that's so archaic. I want to know what
Yeah.
that's about.
Fair game.
Okay. Okay, so it says here that the archaic period, also known as the pre-ceramic period. Pre-ceramic? Oh,
It's
shit.
Yeah, it's
That's
before
old.
we invented ceramics. Okay, that's quite old.
Okay. It's a period in Mesoamerica. It's in Mesoamerican chronology that begins around 8,000 years before Christ and ends around 2,000 years before Christ. Okay. It's generally divided into early, middle, and late archaic periods. The period is preceded by the Paleo-Indian or the Lithic period, and followed by the pre-classic period. Scholars have found it difficult to determine exactly when the Paleo-Indian period ends and when in the archaic I can read words. Give me a second. The Paleo-Indian period ends and the archaic period begins, but it is generally linked with changing climate associated with the transition from the oh my god, how do I pronounce this word? Okay, Pleistocene to the Holocene epochs.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna have to
epochs. Yeah.
translate. I'm gonna have to translate those words. Give me a second. Pleistocene is. I should probably start with epoch. An epoch
It-
is the geological timescale.
Yes.
Basically, just a period that's recorded based on a rock layer in the Earth. Um, the Pleistocene is the one that lasted from 2.5 million years ago to 11,000 years ago. And that's the trend. And the archaic period happened during the transition from that to the Holocene, which is from 11,000 years ago to now. So it was at like the turning point of several million years.
Huh.
Okay.
You made me think of a different rabbit hole completely. Okay.
Yeah. I originally started doing these rabbit holes just to fill in the space because I couldn't fucking think of anything.
No,
And
no,
now
I totally get you.
I'm
I'm
legit considering this as a like actual segment to our streams.
I'm okay. I have a question for you that I want to learn more about.
Okay.
Okay. I want to learn more about Philippine mythology.
Filipino mythology? Okay.
I know there's an entire segment on it, and I've done some light reading, but I don't know how deep it goes. I've never gone as far as the Wikipedia page.
Let me look it up. Philippine mythology. Okay. Yeah, Philippine mythology is rooted in many indigenous Philippine folk religions. Philippine mythology exhibits influence from Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, and Christian traditions. Includes concepts akin to those of other belief systems, such as notions of heaven, which is I don't know how to fucking say that word.
DM it to me, and I will
Kaluo.
try my best to pronounce it.
Okay.
Uh, Kaluwalhatian. Kaluwalhatian.
Kaluwala Hatian?
Yeah. I've
Okay.
never heard
I
of that
spelled
word before in my life.
Neither have I.
Good to know we're on the
But
same page on that one.
it's the one with the link. Let me see what it says. It says, oh, it's a Tagalog religion. Mainly consists of Tagalog Austronesian religions elements, supplemented with other elements later obtained from Hinduism, Mayan Mahayanan Buddhism, and Islam. It was contemporaneously referred to by the Spanish priests as Tagalism. Oh, Tagalismo. Okay. Okay. Um, back to Philippine mythology. To the overview of it. It
Okay.
said it to concepts akin to those in other belief systems, such as notions of heaven, hell, and the human soul. The primary use of the Philippine mythology is to explain the nature of the world, uh, humans, human existence, and life's mysteries. Myths include narratives of heroes, deities. Uh, okay, I'm gonna go through this by stating the English term and then try to pronounce the. I don't even know what language this is. I'm gonna try to pronounce the native language and the English translation. So it includes the narratives of the Anito, heroes, deities, Dewata. That can't be a real word. I have to go get Dewata.
Yeah.
uh, um, and mythological creatures. There is no uh, native language word for uh, that's listed here yet, but I'm going to keep reading. These myths were transmitted through oral tradition and handed down through generations, guided by spiritual leaders or. Oh, this is where shamans come from.
Oh yes, we invented shamans.
Okay. And community elders as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Religion and mythology are different but connected. Both involve. Okay, now that's just a description of the differences between religion and mythology. But let's dive a little deeper into this. Um, the the oral literature was the folk literature that consists of the stories that were passed down from generation to generation by speech or song. All Philippine mythologies originated as oral literature. The stories naturally change and proliferate because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the many recording projects done, the majority have yet to be properly documented, and these traditions were intentionally interfered with by the Spanish through the 16th century introduction of Christian mythology. Examples include the oh my god, Bayagni
Watching you
Lamang.
trying to pronounce Tagalog words is so funny. Send it to me. I'm gonna try to see if I can pronounce it.
Okay.
I'll have a slightly better chance of pronouncing it right. Uh, Biyag ni lamang.
I was close. Biagni Lamang. Okay. Biagni Lamang and the tale of Bernardo Carpio, where certain characters were imposed with Spanish names and influence, of course. Literally just, hey, look at, I added my OC to the story. Can you guess who it is? Literally, the fucking meme happened to Filipino culture.
Hilarious.
All right. Interest in oral literature grew into the 21st century due to an interest among the youth, coupled with literary works, television, radio, and social media. Okay. And there's also the written literature, which is Spanish chroniclers having claimed that the indigenous population of the Philippines did not have a written language, written religious literature. Or a scholar. However, scholars agree that the statements of denial likely reflected a desire by the colonizers to deny the existence of what they did not approve. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Uh,
so what I knew coming into it was obviously I'm knowledgeable about my home country's history a bit. Um, so I knew it was an oral. I know most of our mythology was oral. I knew most of it was overridden with Catholicism. Um, and so we ended up losing a lot of the original culture of it. I also knew that we were a mishmash of basically four religions in mythology. And I also knew at some point we had a prevalent Japanese yokai mythology.
I haven't gotten to that.
I could be misled on that one. Anyways, yeah. So far everything is added up so far.
Okay. There's several tabs here we can get into. I just pretty much finished with the overview and literature sections.
Okay. Can you go into Seoul? Do they have a section on Seoul?
Let's see. They have history, regional mythology, Luzon.
Oh, it's split by region.
Luzon, beside. The first section is split into regional mythology for Luzon, Visias, and Mindanao.
Mindanao.
Mindanao. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it goes on to cosmology or creation myths, the realms, the deities, Diwata and Anito in Philippine mythology, heroes, other human figures, other monster figures and familiars, uh, mythical races, mythical items, status, recognition, protection, and promotion. That's all one title. And that's all it covers.
Okay, let's get to the cool part. Let's talk about the Pantheon. I want to learn about the Pantheon.
Okay, deities. Go.
Okay. What's our Pantheon?
Let's see. Anito or Anitu in Philippine mythology refers to ancestor spirits. Spirits of the dead, evil spirits, and wooden idols that represent or house them. Pag Anito is when the shamans communicate with the spirits. This is just a description of spirits. Let me see. Diwatas in Philippine mythology refers to fairies, nature spirits, celestial beings, and mythical gods. Pag Diwata is a ritual giving praise, veneration, and worship to gods and nature spirits. Okay, are you gonna give me a list of gods or not? Each ethnic group has its own pantheon of deities. Oh Jesus. Some
Okay.
ethnic groups have supreme deity, while others revere ancestor spirits and or spirits of the natural world. The usage of the term Diwata is mostly found in central and southern Philippines, while the usage of Nito is found in northern Philippines. Oh dear God, you guys are fractured by region.
Apparently so.
Diwata may originate from the Sanskrit word Divata, deity. Anito may have derived from the Proto-Malayo-Polynesian word
just for the record and context for people on stream, Sanskrit is our pre-Latin alphabet. It was inspired by Japanese, but it kind of looked like curvy runic.
Neat. And
by the way, hello, Lewis Capybara.
Yes, we're getting into history. Filipino history for mythology right now. Let's see. meaning ancestral spirits. Both Duwata and Anito are general neutral terms. They translate into deities, ancestral spirits, or guardians, depending on the ethnic group. Oh. Which ethnic group are you from?
I am of the northern main cities of Luzon,
I can
which
just
should be the
click
most
on Luzon.
Catholic.
I can just click on Luzon and read that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pre-colonial Luzon was split among Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, and animist worshippers. They have
I
a
figured.
creation story of Bathala or Tagalog. The story explains how Bathala became the ruler of the universe, the etymological explanation of the coconut tree, and how
Yep.
everything on Earth came to be.
Yep.
Like it was so important that the coconut tree be included in this description. Okay.
Yes, it was. It was. It was. It's a key. It's a key facet of the lore. Yeah.
Okay. There's another one, the creation, also known as Lumawig or Igorot. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lumawig is a spirit god who created people in different areas and explains why people speak different languages. Rather progressive. And finally, the flood story. Oh, I see the Christian influence now.
Yep.
Also, Lumawig and Igorot. Lumawig's two sons flood the earth and bring up mountains so that they can catch pig and deer. However, this drowned all people on Earth except for a brother and a sister. Oh, okay. Um, Lumawig helped the two survive, and after it subsided, the brother and sister married and repopulated the Earth.
Hmm.
That is the Luzon section.
Mhm.
I believe this is like the regional. This is the regional mythology stuff they were talking about.
Mhm. And
So this
also,
is like,
I'll just to interject since Alois did post
huh?
stuff. Like, if you feel like you did miss a lot of the streams, honestly, the first we like to recap what we do in the previous stream in the like first 20 or 30 minutes of a stream. So like, if you want to like see that and like just skim through it to catch up to where we are now, you can also kind of see the highlights. We have some shorts already posted of some stream stuff we've done. And if you want to see like the actual stream where we did it, you can also do that. But yeah, continue what you're saying, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, so that's the end of the Luzon section. We can go over to the other regional mythology if you want to see the differences.
Yeah, I mean that's like what I'm interested in, right? Because I'm decently familiar with the mythology from my region. Because the mythology from my region is just like common, I guess, religious history for us. But like basically because of like how only very recently like Visaya and Mindanao have been like culturally exchanging with the rest of the Philippines. Like we've only very much recently gotten a lot. At least I've personally been taught a lot of the stuff, and because I have since left the Philippines, I never got the opportunity to learn any of that stuff, I guess. So
Okay, okay. Well, the next region is the Visayas, which is the Middle Islands.
yeah, it's
Um,
Visaya.
oh, Visaya. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. They were influenced by Hindu, Buddhists, and animism. Okay, it looks like there was no Islam influence there. The
Mhm.
Spaniards described some of the people who lived there as, "Please do not be a slur." Uh,
It's gonna be tough for the Spanish to not name us slurs.
uh, Pintados. This is just what it says. If it's a slur, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna search that up real quick. Not because I'm gonna like shun you or anything, but because I'm just curious. Can you send that word to me so I can search it up?
Sure thing.
And I'm offended either way.
God damn it! Yeah, I'm just reading what's written down here. I didn't decide it to be there. Uh,
Hmm.
they believed in the sun and moon, and that the sun and moon created the stars. The sun burned the stars, and this upset the moon, and they began to fight. But the moon ran away and is now chased by the sun. That explains the day-night cycle. That is all the Wikipedia page has for the visit the Vizaz.
Oh, okay. So I didn't really I didn't really register what the word was because you pronounced it so strangely. Um, pintado is to paint, and so pintados means to painted ones because
That
they're
sounds like a slur,
tattooed. They're tattooed
but
ones essentially.
oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, they were
Okay.
named literally because during the Spanish era where they were founded, they found them as essentially natives who were covered in tattoos.
Okay, I just know what the Spaniards called us.
Yeah.
You motherfucker! Astro! Do not DM that to me! I am not racist! Stop saying that!
Yeah, my brain didn't register it, but yeah, I did actually know that word. Okay. It's hold up. Let me see if it's used like with like as a slur.
For those of you that don't know, my friend is watching the stream and he just DM'd me racist.
Is this actually used in a like I mean, I'm sure historically I'm sure it was used in like a vulgar and like derogatory way. But it's more historical now, I guess. And like it doesn't look like people in the modern day view it as like derogatory. So
Also, we got a question from Lewis about how hard it is to make quality settings for the game, or is it just a preset that you can paste in?
quality settings for the game.
Yeah,
Our
like
for our game, Unreal Engine comes with some really nice quality settings. You can see here. These are the base default settings for certain features being on and off. Unreal Engine kind of decides that for you, but all the individual things that Unreal Engine does here, kind of hidden in the back end, you can also manually activate and deactivate using console commands. So because I've just spent a really long time with this engine, I know what it actually turns on and off. But also for most people, these words don't really explain too much. But for our game specifically, only like 3 of these actually do anything in our game. The rest is like not really doing anything. And if you set them all to max or minimum, it will slow down the game, but it won't be any visually different. So, for us, it's preset. But it honestly, we might actually go out of our way to make it even simpler than that because our game has even less settings than what Unreal Engine at default base has. Although it's not that important. The only thing that is important is that our effects needs to stay as epic because that's the renderer we have for our enemies. So if you set that to medium or high, the enemies just disappear from the game.
they just go off to get the milkman.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing this bug with the enemies.
Yeah.
I will need to talk at length with our developers on that.
All right. Do you want me to get to the Mindanao?
Yeah, you can do about Mindanao mythology.
Okay. Pre-colonial Mindanao, around 1900 AD. Not 1900, 900 AD. Okay.
980.
It was
Okay,
influenced
cool.
by it was influenced by Hindu, Buddhist, and Indonesian and Malaysian beliefs. Okay. By the 14th century, Islam was well established in most northern regions of Mindanao. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So their stories are the children of Limokan, uh, the Mandeo, no, not the Mandeo, the Mandaya,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the The Limokun bird lays eggs along the river that created man and woman. However, they were born on opposite sides of the river. One day, the man saw the woman and they married and had children. Of course, love at first sight.
Classic.
They have the sun and moon. The sun and moon were married, but one day the sun got angry at the moon and started to chase her. Okay, similar to Visaya's. No, the Visaya, but different for how
Mhm.
it started. The sun became angry at his first child, minced him, and scattered him across the side of the star. Jesus.
Well, that went from 0 to 100 real fast.
It's like the reverse of Kronos' story. Um,
Mhm.
Another son was a gigantic crab who created lightning when he blinked. Okay. He lives in a hole in the bottom of the ocean and is responsible for the tides. Okay.
Based.
Um, they also have how the moon and the stars came to be from
Mhm.
the uh Bukidnon Bukidnon region,
Yeah.
officially the province of Bukidnon now. At one time, the sky was close to the ground. A spinster who was pounding rice struck the sky so hard it began to rise. This I forgot how cartoonish mythology can sound when you actually read it.
I mean, we're seeing this like the benefit of not only hindsight, but without like pop culturalization of things, right? Because with like Greek
True, true.
mythology and Norse mythology, we just kind of got desensitized to it, to like the strangeness of
Uh,
it.
yeah, we got desensitized to it. Matter of fact, we modernized a lot of it and made more and like added more nuance to it to have it make more sense.
But like this is like
Uh, but this is like the straight shit that they believe without any sort of filter.
yeah. What really sucks about this, and this is something that like I guess like is like kind of harrowing in my opinion, is this is all oral tradition, and most of this was recorded most certainly after the Spanish like had taken over and colonized the country.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure we lost a lot
Yeah. There's a lot
from
of
like
context that was probably gone, but this is like all we have on the pre-colonial stuff.
mhm.
And I'm still reading it, by the way. It
Go
says
for it.
her comb and beads that she hung on the sky to dry rose with it, and they became the moon and the stars.
Sick.
Okay. Then there was the flood story from the Kidnon side. A big crab crawled into the sea and created the flood that drowned everyone except those who made a raft and survived on it. Okay.
Cool.
There's origin from uh, Bagobo. A a boy and a girl were the only ones left on Mount Apo.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Okay. They were weak because of drought. However, the boy found a sugarcane and fed them until rain came. This is why they are called um, Bagobo. Huh. Okay. Um, the epic. Oh Jesus. Tud Tudbulu. I hope I got
You're
that
gonna
right.
have to send me that one and I can like maybe try to
I'm
pronounce it.
sending you that one. There's
You have a
this is
lot
so
of
much
I
fun.
admire your courage in faithfully trying to pronounce it as best as you can.
I try at least.
Yeah, I got no clue how to pronounce that.
Okay, we're gonna go with
It is probably
Tudbulu.
just Tudbulul.
Okay, Tubulul, and this is from the Tuboli people. Okay, that makes sense. Uh,
Mhm.
Tudbulu was a hero who organized a concert. He gathered music, attracting many people. Some of these people stayed and formed the Tuboli people. Okay. Uh, there was a creation story of Dewata from Tuboli. The Betoti. I Some of these aren't even linked, so it's just there.
I mean, what kind of sources do you cite at that point, right? Because it's all oral tradition. Who knows? All this could just be wrong and completely made up.
Yeah, no. There's other like Wikipedia pages and articles that are like linked into it, and I could like hover over it and read part of it to know if it's a person or not. Some of them are not linked. Like I don't know if they were planning on doing it later. But stop telling me I'm racist. You gotta.
Yeah.
You can stop. What do you mean? I gotta stop pronouncing things before looking them up. Brother, I am just reading what's in front of me. Leave me alone.
Your courage to pronounce it like just straight up raw is like astounding to me. I admire you for that.
Thank you. Please let everybody know that you are from the Philippines and you are encouraging me to do this.
I was curious, and I like how you try to pronounce it. Not a lot of people, most people just give up when they see a word in our language, let alone like names in our language or mythological ancient deities in our language. So I admire the effort.
I listen to Lion all day. You ever heard the song Never Surrender? That is the shit I live by.
And I'm also deeply offended and hurt.
Fuck!
Game over, Davis.
No.
Disintegrate.
Ah!
That was an amazing sound effect. Let's put it in the game.
Remind me
that'll
remind
be
me
our
to
Wilhelm
snip
scream.
it out of the recording.
It's our Wilhelm scream. Fantastic. That's exactly the kind of sound a frog would make.
Actually, it would, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading the creation story of Dewata from the Poli.
Yep.
I'm receiving DMs again. I'm going to not respond to them on stream while reading these at the moment. So, the Batoti found soil and brought it to Dewata. it's
Yep.
It's so hard to read what the word that they have for deities.
Yep.
Because it sounds like the water, but it is Dewata. That is their word for gods. It sounds so funny out of context. They found soil and brought it to Dewata. They brought out the soil and created land.
Yeah.
The animals told the Batoti that they needed someone to look after them. The Batoti told Dewata.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
Continue.
I can't get the image in my head about just some people on a beach looking at the water, saying, "Hey, we need someone to look after the animals." Okay. Anyway, the Batoti told Dewata, man and woman were created out of statues.
Hilarious. I was about to say it is an R2D2 scream. Anyways, continue.
I could actually do R2D2, but I have to walk away for it.
Yeah, I think that would blow up our mics.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna create as much distance as possible. I'm gonna do it.
Oh god.
3, 2, 1.
My voluming down. Okay, thank God I volumed them down. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Sounds like you let out some demons there.
Oh no, I got practice in the car.
Oh. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you were able to get that out of your system.
I could also do Yoda. You want me to read the next one as Yoda?
No, there's no shot, don't.
You want me to do it?
I'm worried. You know what? Don't.
Okay. Okay. Creation story, Melu from Balan. Let's see. The Balan people are one of the indigenous southern peoples of Mindanao in the Philippines. Okay.
Yeah.
Their name is derived from blah, meaning opponent. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that one sit and continue reading the story. Um,
Okay. Okay.
Melu created the earth with his dead skin that came off as he cleansed him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an accurate description of man.
Yeah.
The remaining dead skin was used to make two men. However, Melu could not make their noses.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Tautana appeared below the earth and helped him make noses. When they were done, they whipped the men until they started to move.
Okay.
Malu told the men to save their dead skin and hair, from which he made them companions.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and
Yeah.
then we have in the beginning, also from Milan, four beings created uh the earth and people. They tried using wax and dirt. However, their noses were difficult to make. Malu was in a hurry and pressed his finger at the root of their noses. This is how the Milan's people's noses were formed. Oh, that's they're describing how they're different from the rest of the islands.
Yeah.
Astro, shut the fuck up. I see you in our chat. Stop it.
This is apparently a
But that
learning
is
stream today.
yeah, but that is all the regional mythology that is written here. So those are the
Mhm.
differences between the different sections of the Philippine Islands.
Okay.
Uh, okay.
I can't
Wait,
wait
can you?
for an anthropologist to comment in our video and tell us that everything we said was grossly inaccurate and we actually poorly represented my own country.
Hey, motherfucker! I'm reading from Wikipedia. You can go on there and change it yourself. I never claimed to be an expert in history.
That one Filipino anthropologist on YouTube who comments on YouTube videos and live streams from indie developers and studios.
Well, if we get one, we know we made it.
Fair game.
All right. We can move on to the cosmology or creation myth. Wait, that wasn't the creation myth. There's another section for it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh no. Okay. Cosmology or creation myths tell us how the world was created and how people came into existence. Each ethnic group has its own creation myth. In some cases, a single ethnic group has multiple versions of the creation myth, including on a locality. Okay, it depends on the locality and the subculture. Some examples are as follows.
Mhm.
It is a little long, but I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
So we covered the Bagobo, I believe. They thought the world was created by Pamulak Manobo, who made the land, sea, and the first humans. Rain comes when he throws water from the sky. Showers are his spit.
Yeah.
Okay. White clouds are smoke from the deity's fire. Hold I thought I received a notification. Sorry. Um. Okay, where was I? White clouds are smoke from the deity's fire, and the sun created yellow clouds that make colors of the rainbow. Oh my god, they stared into the sun.
Yep.
Um. Next people is oh my god, Bicolano. Did I say that right?
Bicolano. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The only things that existed were water and sky. Grandsons of the sky god Longuit. I think I said that right. I'm gonna send this one to you. Uh, did I say that one?
Uh,
I sent it to the wrong person. God damn it.
now that's funny.
Astro, you shut up. You shut up.
Now that's funny.
Okay. Uh, did I say that this word right?
Hold up.
I should have sent it to you now.
Languit.
Oh, I said languit. Languit. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So Languit is sought to attack the Sky Realm to have more power. The group was led by Daga, a god who controls winds. Languit, in anger at his grandchildren's betrayal, struck them with lightning, instantly killing them. Betoon, who did not join the upheaval, looked for her brothers but was also accidentally struck by Languit's lightning. The sea god Tubigon claimed calmed Languit. The two old gods gave the bodies of their dead grandchildren light.
Yeah.
Bulan's body became the moon. Aldau's Adlau, Adlau, depending on where you're from. Uh, his body became the sun. Betoon's body became the stars. Daga's body was not given light, and he became the earth. Jesus,
My bad.
bro, our existence is a punishment for this guy.
My bad.
Actually explains a lot of that. It actually explains a lot in the world. Anyway, uh, the next one comes from Bizaya. One Bizaya cosmology myth tells us that that a sacred bird of prey incited the sky and the sea to fight each other so that it could find somewhere to land, thus creating the islands. That is the most crow shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Because crows will actively aggravate two animals to get them to fight each other for the sake of trying to get some sort of benefit out of it. That or entertainment. Because crows are actually capable of thinking that far ahead. Uh, Okay. Another beside cosmology myth tells that the deity is Captain and oh hell no. I'm sending this one to you right away.
Okay. Magagian? Hold up. I pronounced that wrong. Give me a moment.
I know I'm fucked when the Filipino in here is having a hard time.
McGuian.
Maguayan.
Okay, Maguayan. Okay, the deities Captain and Maguayan fought each other until, tired of war, the great bird Manuel dropped boulders on them. Jesus. The rocks became islands. Another Messiah cosmology myth says that Captain's son, wind god Lihangan, and Maguayan's daughter, sea goddess Lidagat, were married and produced children. Three of these deities, led by Likalid Bhutan, fought Katan, angering the supreme god.
Yep.
Lisuga, who was looking for her brothers, was accidentally hit by Capitan. Okay, so this is just the Colano story for the most part. It's just different names. Okay, so it's being increasingly apparent that there are variations of the same story, but in some entirely different stories on the island.
Yes.
Hmm. This is interesting. I find it mostly more interesting because it's like a smaller. This is like a smaller landmass than Greece, but it's less. The mythology is less unified. Maybe it's because there's not a lot of mytholo- mythological coverage and adaptation for modern day. So it never really had a reason to be unified.
I mean, I'm from the country and I had no idea any of this was true. I asked my parents too, who definitely lived in the country for most of their lives, and they didn't really know most of this stuff either.
I think that just may be a result of living in modern civilization. You're more focused on your living rather than history,
Mhm.
so you don't really have a second to sit down and cover it until you like actually have a second to sit down and cover it. Like this. This is a lot. Um, so I'm gonna keep reading this one and see what changes here. Um, Basuga was looking for her brothers. She was accidentally hit by Captain. The four grandchildren of Captain and Magwan perished. Captain accused Magwan of a coup, but later calmed down, and the two deities grieved their grandchildren. Lidlao's body became the sun. Libion's became the moon. Um, Lisuga's body became the stars, and the once again, the wicked person became the earth, because they had no light in the death. Um, soon a bamboo tree grew in the place where the first man, Sik- uh, Sikalak, and the first woman, Sikabe, were formed. Okay. We got the story from Balan. The god Melu constantly rubbed his skin to make it pure white. He accumulated a lot of dead skin. He became annoyed and used his dead skin to create the earth. Okay, hear me out. I think
Weird.
that one might have been influenced by Spain.
Weird.
Uh, am I even halfway through these stories? I am not.
I'm sure you're not. And
Uh,
that's the cool part.
I'm almost halfway. But it's still a lot. The next story comes from the Bukidion. I think we covered that one before. In one cosmology myth, the supreme god Magbabaya Magbabaya created the earth after he saw that there was only absence, no sky and soil. He first made the eight elements, Tumbaga, which is bronze, uh, Bulawan, gold, Salapi, coins, Bato, rocks, Galon, clouds, Yulan, rain, um, Putha, iron, and Too Big, water.
Yeah.
These are the strangest mix of elements, but okay.
Yeah.
Like water, clouds, rocks, I get. But gold? Gold, not only gold, but gold and coins are separate elements. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's currency and gold. I
Yes,
don't
I could.
think
I think money does grow in trees in your culture.
do we have a lot of gold in our country? Are we like one of those gold countries?
Enough for it to be an element, apparently. Maybe in their region. Uh,
Uh, geography.
I know that gold is a heavier element, but I do also know that planets cannot naturally create gold. Gold
Oh
comes
no no no!
from
We have islands of gold. The Baguio district is known for having a significant amount of gold deposit. Um,
yeah. Fun fact
alongside
about
quartz
yeah
veins and yeah, stockwork. Okay, cool.
yeah. Fun fact about gold: it only exists when stars collapse
Hmm.
because it is heavier than iron, and iron is the element
Yeah.
at which stars stop their fusion, and they begin to start collapsing under their own weight.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a lot of gold in our country. I was wrong. Which,
Okay.
but yeah,
So
it's also one
yeah,
of our
that
most
that
accurate historical records.
yeah, but that means the placement of gold on the planet is dependent on where asteroids struck
Yeah.
for it to form. Because
Mm.
it's actually not likely for you to find it out of
Yeah.
anything volcanic.
Yeah. Oh, here's a cool stat. The Philippines is the 25th largest producer of gold in the world in 2023. And that number has been
Shit.
going up.
Shit.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we might have a new Silicon Valley to go to then.
Mhm. That's fascinating.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that gold is like actually used in circuitry. I think for its conductiveness.
Yeah. Gold is a commonly used like electrical circuit thing.
Yeah. Another Bukidon cosmology Mag Magbabaya is referred as Dewata Nag Magbaya. I almost I almost stumbled it right there.
You almost stuttered and stumbled.
Okay. Anyway, uh Magbabaya created the world with the god. Oh my god. Dadanhayan. Dadanhayan Hasuge. Did this god did this god's name just call me gay?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Before creating mankind, the two deities created the Encantus, six guardian deities that contain good and evil qualities and can send calamities if angered. Okay. Ibaloi. The first. Okay, so this is the one from the Ibaloi. The first things in existence were the sky world and the underworld. Peoples on each side fought. A man from the underworld hit the sun god with an arrow. The sun god afterwards pushed up the sky world and pushed down the underworld, and that's how and then created the earth. Bro said, "You guys are fighting so much. You hurt me. I can't have that. I'm severing you two."
Hilarious.
You know, yeah, hearing some mythology stories for different things is sometimes funny because it's just like sometimes it's like the most valid crash out. Oh god,
Yeah.
the frogs.
Yeah. Oh, you see, look. So I added a new system. So now if a cube is hovering over this little pole down here, we'll stab into the ground and activate things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to create
But
a graphic for that.
now I can move it.
Uh,
So if it clips past, I can recall it and it pushes it away.
yeah, maybe you should add a trail to the ball.
Oh, for sure. And I'm also going to have it render in front of the screen all the time. So even if it's behind something, it'll still be seen. Yeah. But the fact that like instant really recalls allows you to really like play around with the physics of the game. Like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh, oops. Oh, wow.
Okay.
A cutscene. Anyways,
Okay.
I have an idea.
Gonna
Hold up.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading.
Mhm.
The Ifugao. They believe that the universe always existed and will always exist. Like full stop.
Yeah.
Wow. I wow. Like that's it. That's all that was written. Okay. Um. Huh. Very well then. Um. The Elo Canal. The Elo Canal Supreme Deity ordered two primordial giants, Ingalau and Aran. Oh, oh wow. To create the world. The giant Ingel, the giant Inglau or Ingalau, depending on where you're from, dug the earth and made mountains. Ingalau urinated holes into the earth and made rivers and the seas.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they put up the sky, the sun, the moon, and a range of stars. Okay. Uh, good to know that one, I guess.
No fair game.
Uh, com- the Kapampangan. The Kapampangan. Uh,
That word
got a
sounds
lot of
familiar. Also, have
yeah.
you seen my screen recently?
No!
I'm gonna send this frog into the stratosphere.
No, don't do it! He didn't do anything to you! No!
That is a rotating frog if I've ever seen one.
Well, I know the next short. If that's
Goodbye.
not in the next build to mess with, it's gonna be a problem, man.
I mean, it can be any static mesh, technically. It doesn't have to be a cube or a frog. It's just that cubes, I guess, are the easiest since they have a predictable trajectory. Maybe if I make it a sphere, it'll be easier to read for people. But you can't really tell it rotates is the problem. Maybe I could make it a cube that has the collision box of a sphere.
Now that I think about it, do you know how many like low effort shorts we could do with that frog alone?
Yeah, we could do a lot.
All we'd have to do is like replace one asset with the frog, and we got it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Let's see. Continuing on the Kapampangan people thought that the Earth, the sky, the planets. Oh shit, they knew planets. Okay. And stars were in existence before land came. During a war between deities for the beautiful daughter of supreme deity, oh my god,
Game over.
Mangeche, the Earth was formed from stones thrown by the warring deities. Life on Earth was created by Mangeche in remembrance of the deity's dearest daughter who died in the war. Okay, that happened.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Next one. The Noble people. Creation myths by the Noble people are diverse. Oh, one Noble cosmology from Talakogan in the Igusan Valley tells that the creation of the world was due to the god Makalindung. Makalindug.
Can you send that one to me?
Sure. You're having the time of your life just listening to me try to pronounce Filipino words.
Honestly, I've like stopped programming just to listen to you. I'm getting quite a bit of entertainment from this. Hold up. Let me change my OBS. Let's flip over to the main scene.
Are you being entertained that I'm missing them or getting so close?
I'm being entertained by me learning. This is like good brain food for me. But also me playing the mental gymnastics to convert your pronunciation to a pronunciation that I can actually understand and am familiar with. Because if you pronounce the words in our language with a very heavily American accent, I actually cannot understand it.
Duly noted. After all, the American accent's the only one I got, man.
So it's no knock against you. You're genuinely trying your best, and I find that very very endearing. Makalindung, makalindung, makalindung.
Holy shit, I got it! Makalingdu.
Hold up. Let's see. Pronunciation.
Please don't betray me, Google.
There's no how to pronounce for this one. This word is obscure.
Damn. Okay. They believe the creation of the world was due to the god Makalindung, who set the world on iron posts. Another Manobo cosmology from Argawan and Hibung rivers. These are rivers. Um, I will send you those as well because you also want to know.
Oh, fair game.
Argawan and Hibung.
Hibung. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The Argawan and Hibung rivers state that the creation goddess Dagao created the world. Another Manobo cosmology from Upper Agusan says that the world is shaped like a giant mushroom and deities shake its core when angered by humans. Oh, that explains the earthquakes. Okay. Uh, the Manuvu people. Okay. The Manuvu people in the beginning, there was only a formless void. Ooh. The deity Manama or Sigalungan. Just gonna send that to you just in case. Uh, Created the deities who assisted him in creation. He took two steel bars, fashioned the bars into a frame. He then set off his fingernails and molded. He then scraped off his fingernails and molded them into a mass that eventually became the Earth. Okay.
Mhm.
The Panay people. The world was said to be initially formless at old times. The sky, the sea, and earth were mixed together from the formless mist. Deities, uh, Tung, Tunkun, Langit, and Lucina appeared. They married and lived in the highest realm of eternal space. One day, pardon me. One day, Tunkun Langit fought and hurt Lucina. Jesus, driving Lucina away. In Kunkun Langit's loneliness, he created the sea and land, and he took his wife's jewels to create the stars, moon, and sun. Despite this, Lucina chose to stay free and never return to Tunkun Langit, an early notion of divorce. I don't know if that was where the idea of divorce came from for the island, or if that was just somebody fucking memeing when writing the article.
I just realized my facial tracking has been tweaking for like the last like 10 minutes.
Your brain is just processing what
Yeah,
everything I'm saying.
I'm like watching the stream and my frog is doing some very strange things. I didn't know I could do that. Wait, hold up. I can sideways pog?
Oh,
Yeah, I can. It was whenever the glitch happened, it did it better. I'm sad. Anyways, continue.
okay. Okay. Get back to reading this. Let's see. There's three more. The Sulu Dun. No, the Sulu Suludnon. Suludnon.
Yeah.
Okay. Suludnon people, only the sky and a wide expanse of water called Linwa. No. Lina first existed. The primordial giants, Laki and Bai, appeared from nowhere and were responsible for the creation of many things. The creation giantess Bai caught the primordial earthworm, which excreted the earth. Oh,
You know how wild
she
it would
also
be if
gave
somebody.
birth to the wild animals and that inhabit the earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've not heard of that one.
Wow. Okay. The Tagalog people, they believe that a sacred kite caused the sky and the sea to fight. They threw boulders into the sea, forming islands, and the kite afterwards built a nest on an island and left the sky and sea in peace. Okay. And finally, the Hedure. In the beginning, there was only the sky and the sea. Sula, or Tulas, lived in the sky, while his sister. Oh my god.
Hmm.
You can just tell when I've come across a word I don't know when I say that. Sinon goggle. No, Sinon.
Send it.
I already sent it.
You
I
already
just
sent it.
I.
Sinong gogol.
Sinon Google lived in Bungogol.
Great.
That's what that's how I do it when there's two
That's
G's, right? Just Google.
extremely informative. I have no idea.
Look.
Oh, that's bongo. Oh,
Okay,
then that one,
so
the first one would pronounce singo, sinongol. Yeah.
Sinongol. Okay, Sinongol lived in Bungol, the island of the dead. Sula visited the palace of the sun and touched one of the eight primordial wooden.
A primordial
fuck
wooden
no.
what?
Kanenentaus. I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna pronounce it again. Kanenentaus.
I
Also
could
known
not tell
as-
you whether that pronunciation's right or wrong.
Okay, but they for the English translation, they are statues.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
thus they created the first Tidure. Tidure are an indigenous people. Okay. They created the first of the Tindure from the rib of man. Sula created the first woman, and there's the Christianized part.
Yeah.
When the man and woman had a child named Mintalalan, I shit you not, that's the name.
Talalan, yeah.
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 It became sick, and the man sought Sula's aid. Sula gave a special medicine to the man, but before the man delivered the medicine to his son, a demon sent by Singol, uh, changed it, which led to Mintalan's death. Sula afterwards convened a meeting with his four brothers, Mintail, Mike, Michael, Mintlafis, and Osman Ali. Okay, this to buy soil from the Navi. The soil was planted by Sula at Colina, the center of the world. The soil grew, and Mintalalan was finally buried. From the boy's body, crops sprouted. In anger, uh, Sinongol threw her comb, which turned into the first boar that aimed to destroy the crops. Okay. Wow. That was
Yeah.
the creation myths from different peoples.
That that was crazy interesting.
Yeah. So, was there anything in particular that pointed out to you that you really were interested in?
Most of the names and places passed straight through my head, but noticing the patterns for me was like the thing that really got me. Because there's
Okay, okay.
definitely like common overlap between the regional like mythologies.
Yeah, you can almost tell which parts of the island they were from if you were paying attention.
Yeah. And like the patterns of what they choose to focus on is like it's so oddly specific. It's interesting. Like a deitic like kite, or like the dead, like the dead skin of like a god. It's like it's so strangely specific.
Yeah, no, like some of it's like strangely it is like strangely specific for some other things, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
interesting to see how culture and language kind of dilute from the same roots. Um, but as they stray further from the area of origin, it just changes, and you can and I like that in stories like where you can like see where the division starts.
Mm-hmm. And frankly, it's a shame because we don't even know how much of this is accurate. All of this could be wrong for all we know, right? But
Yeah, there
oral
are definitely
dialect's
like
oral
links.
dialect, so.
Yeah, no, there are like links to different sources that are included at
Mm-hmm.
each one.
Mm-hmm.
That I can just click on and go to like because they're like books that cover Philippine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in order to verify them, I have to actually go and read the full book, which I'm not going to go do right now.
Obviously.
I
No,
had
it'd be
trouble
funny
reading. I had
if you
trouble reading the
subclassed.
footnotes from the wiki article. You think I'm gonna read the full book?
Just, I appreciate your effort. Know that it won't go um, unnoticed.
Hang on, my roommate's talking to me.
Very good. But yes, that was absolutely riveting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this. Typically, what we do in the last 30 minutes of every stream is we close everything up because I need to upload the changes that I make over to our source control, and typically that takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna start that process just so that that's happening. Added
Oh, you changed
enemy
your background as
handle.
well.
Yes, we did watch Flow a few weeks ago.
Yes, I
And
tried to watch it with you guys, but it was so late at night I passed out halfway through it.
no, that's super fair. No, that's super fair. We get you. But yeah,
But I'm
we
so
watched
glad
Flow.
that you enjoyed
Super
it
good.
so much that you put it as your wallpaper.
It is honestly my new favorite movie of this year. Yeah, like I was talking to my sister about it because she had also watched the movie, and we were just talking about like kind of how pure the art form is, because it's devoid of bias and like that human like contamination, I guess, is the easiest way of saying it. So
Yeah, like
there's
the humanization of some elements of it.
yeah, it's like because it doesn't have dialogue, it felt more pure, I guess, is the easiest way of saying
Because they had to
it.
get creative with the storytelling rather than just
Yeah.
write it in.
Yeah, their commitment to that constraint made a better movie.
Yeah. Did you actually see the Blender conference thing that I sent you?
No, not yet. I was gonna probably watch it later today.
Is a summarization of the Blender conference. You can still like go and see the full conference if you want, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that for that particular conference, the people that worked on that movie showed up for it, and they had a presentation.
Nice, because
Yeah, and
if
I believe the Blender conference happens once a year, so maybe
Mhm.
there's like something that you didn't see that is really cool that someone made in Blender, and
Mhm.
you'll only find out about it at the Blender conference. But
Mhm.
they go like behind the scenes for some ideologies, for design solutions for certain problems that came up in the movie productions and stuff like that. It's cool. Um,
Yeah, so this is really cool. This is something I guess I can show, but like The original studio, Dreamwell, released a bunch of like high res stills of all of the pictures. They're like,
You're still streaming you. By the
oh,
way.
I am streaming me. My bad. Nobody is even seeing what I'm seeing. Then hold up.
I don't think anybody saw your flow thing. That was just
There,
because
there we go.
you were just sharing your screen.
Yeah, there you go. Cat. But I basically downloaded the entire public folder that they have, and like all the pictures here are just crazy. Right. They're like original renders for the movie taken from Blender. And so I just downloaded all of them and put them on a slideshow on my PC. So it happens in chronological order too. So it's like slowly rewatching the movie, and I set it to like change like image every like 5 minutes.
So you set it so that you never forget your favorite moments.
So I'm just constantly rewatching the movie when I stare at my computer.
How do you think I feel when I see my profile picture in Discord?
Yeah. I'm not gonna show any more because I don't want to spoil the story for people, even though honestly it's kind of hard to get spoilers for something like that.
There's a cat. How
Yeah, I like, out of respect, I won't show any more than those 2 images, but do watch Flow if you haven't. Like, that's like super big recommend it. I haven't started updating.
I believe it streams on HBO Max right now, like for the legal stuff. I don't know where else you could get it like legally. It's one of those weird things where it's from a foreign company, so it has to go through a bunch of different stuff. But I know the most direct is HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'll keep my promise because I did mention this earlier, and I do actually want to show this off. I was gonna show Tailspire. I wanted to show you guys some of the campaign stuff that I've prepared for my players. If you're in my campaign, you're not allowed to watch this part of the stream.
Okay. You also reminded me to tell you to look at something near the end of the stream. By the way, I guess we can do this after that.
What did I tell you I was gonna look at?
Something.
Something.
Yes, that Tailspire.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about. Yeah.
I was like, campaign. Okay, we're just gonna look at the either Boulder campaign, I guess.
No.
My ass lacked the context for like a second.
So Tailspire is like kind of a complicated tool set. There is quite a little bit of a learning curve to it, and it does cost like $30, I think. So it's like I totally get if like people don't want to use it. I personally am funny as hell. So here's a little design for a boss fight area in our game. What the assets take a little bit to load in. There you go. Give it a moment. But yeah, like players can like vibe in this location. We have, hold up, the entities got to load in too, because you can have like creatures. Here's the stands for the enemies. And in this scene, we basically have like a portal opening in a player summoning ritual, because this is like a isekai kind of campaign. And we basically start the game introducing the big bad, and you can kind of see all of the effects and stuff. Hold up, this is low res. Let me turn up the graphics settings.
Keep in mind you're also streaming. Be careful with that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna murder the computer.
No.
Full resolution. If my computer starts dying, that's how it is. Depth of field. There you go. But yeah. So this is an example of like me and how I like to use Tailspire. I've been using Tailspire since its actual like inception, all the way back in like, oh my god, that must have been 2017. That was 8 years ago. Oh god, I'm so old.
That was I think 2017 was my first experience with D&D.
Yeah. I think we started our D&D time or D&D experience around the same time.
Um,
Yep.
yeah. I played D&D at lunch at school actually.
Yep. I ended up just
You
playing
did what you
D&D
had to
like
to
after
get.
school.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. No, you did what you had to when you knew your
Mhm.
parents weren't gonna take you places.
Yeah. Like we started in Roll20, and then I got a really cool computer, and our DM wanted to try out some new software. And so we found Tailspire after a long time of looking, because basically all the other options were either 2D, which we didn't want to if you were going to pay money for, or extremely expensive and unintuitive to use. Tailspire for us was like a weird middle ground that kind of suited everybody the best. And we ended up having a 4-year campaign using Tailspire.
Yeah. My first two D&D campaigns were like really short. I think the first one was supposed to be a one shot, and the second one was supposed to be a little bit longer, but it lasted as long as school lasted. So since the start of it, so it only lasted like maybe 4 weeks. Uh, but we would play at the lunch table. Um, Someone would bring their dice, and we also had a little bit of we also had some character sheets that we printed out at home and wrote on. But we like played the game orally. Uh, so we just spoke about what we did, where we were, and we just used dice rolls. It was actually incredibly simple, but it did enough to get us to enjoy it. Uh, then after high school, I got contacted by a friend that I knew from high school and asked if I wanted to play D&D, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to play D&D. How do you do this? How do you do it online?" And then they introduced me to the Roll20 system, which is an online virtual desk,
Yeah.
virtual tabletop.
Honestly, Roll20 is super good. Like I'm a like we
Yeah,
started
no,
with Roll20 for a while.
Roll20's good. It just has performance issues.
Mhm.
That's like the
Yeah.
weakest selling point of Roll20 is the
Yeah.
fact that you can't get
Yeah.
above like maybe
Mhm.
24 frames per second.
Yeah. But like the main thing I really like about the system, although it costs a crap ton of money, like the system constantly siphons money from my bank account. But it's honestly largely because I really like spending like custom mini stuff. Like this is a custom mini I put in the game. I built this in Hero Forge and like put it into Tailspire.
Wait,
There's
hold on. Is there a bridge for Hero Forge?
Yeah. Hero Forge exports to Tailspire.
Does it export like a specific, like a custom file set, or
No,
does
it's
it
just an
export...
ST. It's a Unity 3D file.
You do realize that we have the ability to make them ourselves, right?
Yeah, but Unity 3D files in this context are proprietary, I believe. You can't reverse engineer them. We can model it from scratch using Blender and then put it in as a STL file into Tailspire. I'm sure that's allowed. But to use the Hero Forge tooling to model is like...
No. Yeah, no, I meant like we can't, not the Hero Forge, but the modeling it in Blender and putting it in the game.
Yeah. Well, you can totally do that. I just figured, I mean, I make characters all the time. This is probably my 19th. So it's like, I'm probably not going to burden anybody with 3D modeling anything I make. And so Hero Forge just lets me do that. Anyways, I'm looking for something to show off because there was a campaign that I hosted that was super sci-fi futuristic. And it showed off what I really, really liked about what I really, really liked about Tailspire. And so let me see if I can find it. I know this one has something cool as well. But it has like post-process settings, and I'm not sure if it uses Unreal Engine. I'm sure it uses something similar. Is this it? Yeah, look at this. Because you can have like fully like rendered like landscapes like this at a massive scale for your players to just freely traverse and explore. This is like this is like 1/100th scale too. So like you can scale it up or scale it down. But like being able to just kind of explore an open like vibe like this, and like the amount of, honestly, they don't have a lot of minis, but they have a lot of community made ones. So like we have this, and I can go to GM tools and I can make it freaking massive. There you go.
Oh
And I
wow,
have
an
a
Eldritch War just in seconds.
Yeah. I was like, it's real nice, you know. And then we have this, make that massive.
I hope
Oh,
this runs
this
well
can-
on like lower NPCs.
No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
that's
but
that's the central caveat with the system. You can they have tools to lower, so I guess that's the good part about it is like you can quarter resolution, so you can actually play on like really bad computers. But it's really not recommended to play without like a dedicated GPU and all of that fancy stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got a question about the seats. Is that like a per campaign seat, or is it like? Is it,
No.
seats
The
are
seats
attached
can
to
be
your-
allocated and swapped for any campaign you have. I have 5 seats to use for all of my campaigns, and so if 5 people want to play in a single session, I have up to 5 seats for them. And it's not locked
Okay,
per
and-
session. I can just move them to another campaign if I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, it is still
that's
quite
true.
costly. Like obviously, there's a cost
Yeah, no,
involved with
it's.
it.
I'm looking at it right here. It says like for a pack of 4 seats, it costs like $50.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is definitely like a down the line. We have been playing D&D for
Yeah.
years. Might as well.
Yeah. Well, I was in the playing D&D for years category.
Yeah, no, I've also been playing D&D for years, but the only thing that's like
This.
been keeping us all together is the fact. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That
Yeah.
is really cool.
So if I like zoom out and go up, I believe you can see a bigger cross section of the city. But yeah, these are like
Alright.
long roads and stuff. This is actually the smaller one. Hold up, let me see if I can find this one.
This is the smaller one.
Mm-hmm. No, not this one. This was smaller as well. Might be Tykel Zone. No, this is one I custom made. We're gonna keep swapping until oh, there it is.
God.
Oh no, this is not the full one either. Where are you?
How long did it take you to make these? Jesus.
No, these ones I didn't make. These are slabs you can copy paste into any campaign world you have.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So it's like it's just a prefabbed environment. Okay.
Yep. You can design them, turn them into blueprints, and then paste them over and over again wherever you want. Yep. This one's lagging my computer like hell.
Oh boy.
But like, all of these buildings are furnished.
That might do it.
Yep.
They have like an inbuilt system to unload the stuff that's not there when you're.
Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier. That's why there's a massive hole here. But because you can hide geometry.
Okay.
Yep. I was testing out a bunch of stuff. And yeah, this was handcrafted lovingly by somebody in the community.
Wow.
Yep. And I'm using it and abusing it for my DMing purposes because I like using I like using cyberpunk
Somebody created
dystopias.
prefabs out of smaller prefabs.
Yeah, actually, that's typically how it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. If you go to, I believe, community content
This is
and
just
go into
reminding me
slabs.
that the Halo, the OG Halo Forge system is
Hmm.
like capable of doing a lot of things if games were
Yeah.
willing to take the time to implement them.
Yeah, like you see, that's how you can just put in a ship like that.
Yeah.
Or if I just wanted part of a night city. Like, if you guys wanted like a tavern real quick, I can just search up tavern and put it in, you know?
Okay. Like if I were to use this, I would probably make like maybe a set of encounters that I could like take people on side quests for.
Wait a minute, my GM used this slab for our campaign. I can't unsee it now. I almost died in this tavern.
Maybe you shouldn't. You want to face your fear right now?
Yeah, my entire party was asleep, and our GM summoned the big bad while I was drinking in the bar.
What the fuck?
And
Genuinely, did you roll bad on a drink or something?
no, they had a planned assassination since I was the leader of a rebellion army.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So I was in the middle of drinking my woes away because my character was sad. I was going through like this act 2 like down low. Then suddenly, oh, big bad spawns in and stabs me in the heart, and I have to fight for my life while everybody's running away.
Oh my god.
My HP hit 0 twice in that combat. Honestly, my character shouldn't be alive. Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing all these slabs, though. Oh, look, a ballista.
Maybe your character will survive that time with the Ballista.
That's enough. That's enough free advertisement for Tailspire. They do deserve at least that much since I've been using their software for so long. If you guys are curious, I have over 421 hours on this platform.
Oh my god. Well, we got 10 minutes. We got like
8-ish minutes yeah.
left.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about any games that you're excited to see?
Ooh, okay. Before we go, I honestly haven't been looking to as many games as I'd like to, but I am very, very interested in the new. It's like a Patapon kind of like replacement. Hold up, I actually have the demo on my computer. Ratatan. The Ratatan demo. It's basically a PC like remake of an old PSP game called Patapon.
Okay.
And it's basically like a turn-based rhythm real-time strategy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very innovative game, and it's probably one of the games that inspired me so well as a young kid. Like, this is before I got super into rhythm games as well, but it really got me into both the rhythm gaming like space and like the creative game space, because Patapon was just a very unique game for its time. It didn't get enough traction, although it did get 2 sequels. And Patapon is actually getting re-released on Steam, I believe. But here, let me switch over to the main thing. So Ratatan, really excited to see that like actually come out of beta. Really excited to see like what that looks like from a gameplay standpoint. The demo was amazing. It captured the best parts of Patapon and got rid of kind of the more cumbersome parts of like old game design burdens. I have started Death Stranding 2. Very excited about that. I've only heard good stuff from it. I'm the kind of person who enjoys the act of walking for long periods of time with music playing in the background.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty. I would say it's pretty niche for some people, but if people really enjoy it, people enjoy it. There's nothing more I can say about that.
Shout out to Dyson Sphere program.
Oh yeah.
Got started with that recently. Yeah.
Is Dyson Sphere's program anything like Command and Conquer?
Dyson Sphere program is a lot more like Factorio and Satisfactory. Your central focus is production like capacity, not like real-time strategy warfare. Although there is real-time strategy warfare-esqueness to it, and it's honestly more tower defense than real-time strategy warfare.
Okay.
But with the drone system, there are elements of that. It's just not the central focus.
Okay.
What else?
I got some.
What's up?
The first one that I got is Beta Decay. I just recently heard about this, but the plan for it is to have is to make the world a little hardcore. So there's permadeath, but everything that you do in life will affect the next life that you have. So like let's say you go out and do like a job for a faction. You complete the job, go and then do other stuff, and eventually you die. You come back to that area that you did the job in on your new playthrough, and that faction now has more control in that area because of the job you did.
Hmm.
And it's the game's currently just being developed right now. But I really like it. I just sent you the trailer for it because
Hmm.
not just because of the concept, but because of the style that they're going for. And it's like, yo, with this style, they could feasibly do it with low space.
Yeah, fair game.
And
Uh.
they do plan on having player hosted servers
Mhm.
so that you could do the same thing in multiplayer on a player hosted server long after the game stops development.
I'm. Hold up, hold up. Let me mute the trailer. I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, mute it. um,
That is so cool.
I would say,
Oh, that game looks
yeah,
crazy. Oh, wow.
yeah, it's done in Unreal Engine 5 with the Lumen lighting system, so the lights are really accurate.
Yeah, but everything else is super retro. Whoa.
Yeah, the best game on the market that can describe it anywhere close to this is the Forever Winter, which is also Unreal Engine, but it's so taxing on my computer. uh,
Wow. That's just so.
yeah, but
That
it's
is
cool,
technologically impressive for sure.
yeah, and you don't have to do combat in the game either. You can do any job that the game offers. One of them is being a starship engineer, so you just go out and do repairs on starships.
Mhm.
Um, and the I think the more interesting thing is like they don't also just let you hop into a mech and run around willy nilly. If you get a mech, you have to build it up yourself. Then you have to hop into the cockpit. You have to flip all the correct switches in order to in order to do different things on the fly. Like let's say you uh let's say you damage the part and you need to start putting more power into it to keep it running. So
Mhm.
you turn off different other sections of the mech, not meth.
The meth.
You turn off other sections of the mech to
Mhm.
change the flow of power,
Hmm.
but you do this mid combat. So it's as high level as you want it to be, and it's so interesting to me, and I'm so excited to see this be developed.
Oh man, I'm worried though, because this is an indie game trying to be a triple A, and that's a very difficult balance to like hit.
Um,
Because
I believe they
those.
have an itch.io. I believe they use itch.io right now to
Mhm.
keep track of everything
Mhm. I pray
that
for
they're
this
doing right
game's
now.
success. Like this is crazy. If
Oh
this
yeah, no,
comes out, like this will change the industry if it comes out, and like it's everything that it promises that it is.
it yeah, it may change the industry, it may not. But I
Mhm.
think there was like yeah, there's a devlog.
Sometimes you just
Uh,
cook for like however many years it takes you to make Beta Decay.
yeah.
It's called Beta Decay for those who haven't been who
I don't think
didn't
they
hear
can
what
see it
David said.
actually. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's called Beta Decay. Really
yeah.
check it out. They have a Discord. They're actively
Mm,
going through it right now. It's cool.
yep. Go watch the trailer. That is I actually that's so interesting. That's so cool. Okay, I good very good recommendations. I think for
Yeah.
now we'll wrap up the stream. Thank you guys
Oh
so much
shit,
for showing
they
up.
have a timeline for development.
Oh.
Let's see. They are at 50% early access development.
Ah.
The early access development will finish in 2026, but they're at 50% as of
Mhm.
right now. That's incredible.
Okay. I see what they're at. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. We got a lot programming wise done today as well. I'm glad I could learn about Philippine mythology. And
Yeah.
more importantly, I'll be seeing you guys
hopefully Sunday and Friday, although I'm not sure about the Friday one. Definitely won't be here for Tuesday though. We got a big meeting then. But I'll see you guys later this week. We'll be having another dev stream, and we'll see if we can finally get those alerts fixed, although they should be fixed. Well, hopefully they stay fixed. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will